We wanted to do something a little bit different, coming at a different timeline than we usually do at around the 8 o'clock hour. I got my homie Austin with me, of course. We wanted to share. Hold on,
What's
no,
up?
also about there.
What happened?
Got to put my rock. I hear a double and extra echo in my mic from turning on the stuff in the other tabs. But hey, thanks for being here with us. Those who can show up now and those listening in the future. Almost every day, me and some of my closest homies have some really deep conversations, and most of them doesn't always make it to the weekend, to the Sunday shows or any shows for that matter, because things come up spontaneously, all the time, most of the time, for all of us, I'm sure. And we wanted to go ahead and put this on record, maybe get some feedback from some of our peoples out in the online world and the different social medias that this will find itself to over the time. But topic A today, let's just jump right into it. I want to show it off. I shared this round yesterday on my Facebook page, and it's got some decent traction, some good conversation, some comments going back and forth as far as human consciousness, our thoughts, its patterns, and therefore our behavior. And just to remind everybody, if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, this is an open panel discussion. So if you're not at work, you're not too busy, or if you're at work and you got some time and you're not really doing anything, go ahead, click that link that's over in the comment section. Come on over, say what's up, show us what you're doing. So Austin, before we get started, how you doing, my friend? What's going on your side? How's the family?
Good, bro. Good. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Um, you know, homeschool routine, and started working more on this presentation, things like that. But yeah, man, doing an open panel today. I think that's cool. I like it. I like it because I mean, me and you, we have fire conversations all the time on the phone, right? And some like there are even conversations where we don't agree with things, right? But they're great, and, I think it's cool that you're gonna try and, like, put this out there, open panel, let's get other people's perspectives, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what you got, brother.
Yeah, that goes for everybody in the chat. Shout out to I see Lala. Was that Lala in there? Pamela, nice to see you. Thanks for coming over. Oh, Terra Plana, I see you hanging out. Appreciate it. And everybody on the Rockfin side, shout out to you. Check on
You
over.
guys like and share, get this out, let's help out the algorithms, get some people in here in the chat. Maybe they don't know that FMX is live right now or anything like that, so let's share this out far and wide. I'll be right back, I gotta go turn down the stove, dinner's on the stove.
No problem. No problem.
Ow. I stubbed my toe. What you got here, bro? Where you at? He done kicked himself out? Uh-oh.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. I don't know what happened there. Got a little glitch in the system. We got Pamela in here. Hold on. I just seen her in the background. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hey.
Hey,
What's
good to
up,
see you.
Pamela?
Coming.
I had a couple minutes, so I figured I'd drop in. I should be pressure canning some bacon right about now, but this sounded more appealing, so I figured I'd say hi.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, I was just oops, didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, I was just wanting to share me and Austin's daily thoughts. We have these ongoing conversations from day to day, and that don't always make it to any of the various shows that we find ourselves a part of. So I wanted to take the time to kind of share it myself, since the conversations kind of started on Facebook, and not everybody who's on my Facebook is on my YouTube and Twitch and whatnot. So to kind of cross share that around, just wanted to go over this, get other people's thoughts and opinions. Maybe you can gather or pull something from the ether that I haven't been able to do yet, or maybe you already have. It's going to be good to get your opinion on it. But let me go ahead and read this. A different version of you exists in the minds of everyone who knows you. I read a book that blew my mind. The main character goes crazy when he realizes no one really knows him. In the Geist, It is that the person you think of as yourself exists only for you. And even you don't really know who that is. Every person you meet, have a relationship with, and make eye contact on the street with creates a version of you in their heads. You're not the same person to your mom, your dad, your siblings than you are to your coworkers, your neighbors, or your friends. There are 1,000 different versions of yourself out there in the people's minds. And you exist in each version, and yet your you, yourself, isn't really a someone at all. Go ahead. Why don't
Yo.
you give me your input on that before I speak, please?
Well,
That
uh,
good.
go ahead, Pamela. Ladies first.
I was just gonna say, well, it's funny that you read that because there's an adage that talks about like not caring about what people think, and they say that like you walk into a room of 500 people and there's going to be 500 different opinions of you.
Yep. True that. Who's this in the chat? L4, was it Layla or L4YL4? Says great article. Likewise, I would say that if that is the case, does it not mean that we can create a desired version of everyone in your life? Hmm.
I think to a degree we already do. I know if you've ever fantasized over somebody that you wanted to perhaps get to know better or a potential relationship with, or maybe you fell out of one you already had a potential relation or had a not potential but a full relationship with, you'll catch yourself almost putting them on some type of mental pedestal or fantasizing about them in ways that might be a little bit extreme for their character, that version only exists for you and your experiences with that person, rather it be real or non-real. What the stories you tell yourself become its own reality for you.
Did you go live on Rockfin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Sorry.
Appreciate it. No, you good. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been programmed myself to go over there when we hit live. Thanks though.
Yeah, for sure. But there's always I don't know. Sometimes we have a misinterpretation of what someone is. It's not always the correct uh version of them, I guess. Like there could be a lot of hearsay. Maybe you've never met this person. You have a totally different perspective of these people or person, group, whatever it be. And like, the same way I look at myself isn't the same way you guys see me, but that doesn't mean I don't, I look the same, but your perception of me, your perspective of me could be totally different. You know, there's people that don't know me, haven't, didn't know me for a long time, so they don't know my past. Back then, people had a very different perspective of me just a few years ago. you know,
Facts, facts. I think that doesn't just apply for us towards other people, but I analyze my own history, and I don't even think of myself the same as prior versions of older Chris, and the experience that he went through 5, 10 years ago. I can look back and really almost draw these timelines in my own life of where I started thinking different, usually after some big event in my life, usually a negative one, that rock bottom parts that we all have to hit to kind of start the shadow works. But even back then, before you learn certain ideas and concepts and training and inner workings to help heal yourself, that you're always kind of evolving, changing. And even if you're not knowing you're doing it, like I didn't realize what I was doing it, that it was a natural growth, even when I wasn't consciously aware of it. But now, feeling a seemingly conscious aware of it, I can look back and be like, okay, this is where I messed up there. This is where I messed up there. I shouldn't have said that at this time. Maybe I should have, did a little
are
bit
you
more.
talking about like with other relationships or something? With
Everything. This is a fractal conversation when it comes to this meme right here. This idea of different versions exist in every mind. That goes with yourself too, especially with yourself. The version that you know of yourself today is not the version you knew of yourself possibly even last year. For me, January, I am so different inside than the way I was January when I came into 2023. And you, as someone who I talk to almost on a daily basis, you could probably, without me even saying so, see the changes yourself. You've seen them yourself.
right.
And I imagine this is with everybody on a subconscious level. Conscious is not needed here, although I'm sure it will help if we outwardly acknowledge this and as individuals do little experiments in your own life to see what happens. What do you think,
Hey,
Mister?
it's not good changes. Well, I don't wanna say it's not good changes, but it's not easy, like, there's been challenges, mental challenges, emotional challenges, uh, and then the way you're looked at by, people you hold close to you, you can't control that, and you're over here thinking that they're looking at you in a totally different manner, right? But it's way off, and you can't help that you're trying your best to you know, change that, and then looking back on it, like, "Oh, that's where, I messed up. Maybe I shouldn't have went down this route or presented a different way." Like, it's not an easy change. It's not like your growth has been all butterflies and rainbows, It's been struggle with tears and, all these things, right? It's a change is in the uncomfortable zone, You can't change when you're constantly comfort and, all easy peasy. The change comes when you're uncomfortable. That uncomfortable change does something to you.
So would you guys say that maybe you feel like, I know I can say this, that I feel like in this lifetime, I feel like I've had several different incarnations of myself, like
Oh,
different
yeah.
portions of my life, because I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. Like everything about me has essentially like spiritually changed. And before that, it's like different levels of awakening. And like I said, I feel like from the version I was and how I came into this realm, I feel like I've lived several different incarnations.
Yeah, I do as well, for sure. Like, totally different lives. Seriously. And, the spiritual growth, the maturity and just, uh, it's been a crazy journey. Yeah, definitely have lived many different lives. All within one is pretty
Yeah.
wild. And you look back on it, and there were certain moments in my life where it's like, you know, people always I still live by this, that everything happens for a reason, but there were certain times in my life where when people would tell me that there was no way, there's no good reason for this to happen. But looking back on a lot of these tough situations I went through then, looking back on it now, if those didn't happen, I wouldn't have transmutated in the person who I am today with a totally different life, totally different lifestyle, different outlook on life, things like that.
Yeah, exact. And I seen Miss Layla in the comments. Do you feel that discomfort is necessary for growth? It's a fully loaded question because I believe, at least currently, that growth is possible out of discomfort too. That it's not only the path to take to growth, but is it a most effective one? No doubt. I myself have experienced and have observed very few people grow as abundantly and as quickly as they have when they have been subjected to adversity and challenge and obstacles. Usually then, when you're brought down to your knees, you really find out who you're made, what you're made out of, and what you can become. That fight or flight kicks in. And after you do running and fighting so often, you look for a third round. I look for a third round. And for me, that's neither fight or flight. Adapt, overcome.
I'm all about the post-traumatic growth.
Correct.
Yeah, I like that. That's true.
Post traumatic growth. It's a very beautiful term. It's something that we all go through, we like it or not. This would be, this for me, like your explanations of how, in your own experience, how we've changed, not just physically, but the way we think through this life. For me, is another piece of the puzzle why simulation or fractal theory is a big evidence to this.
Yep.
Here we have my friend David Harbor's coming in. Let's get him in here, see what he has to say on this. Hey, brother.
What's up, bro?
Good to see you, my friend.
What's up?
Chilling, chilling. What's up, David?
Hey, how you doing?
All is good,
Hey,
brother.
just putting a face to my name.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, what
Hey,
do you think about
I just want to say that I really appreciate both of you. And I'm a lot like that and about manifesting and changing, making this world a better place, actually, you know?
Yeah, dude, for sure. That's my goal, man. Like, the biggest thing for me is trying to raise these 3 boys the best way that I can. Like, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and, they're actually teaching me while I'm teaching them, but the goal is to, set up the best life possible for them and create a better world, and by doing that is creating good men, great men, and, so that's my little fractal of trying to create a better world. Also, leading by example, changing my life around, righting my wrongs, you know, um, all of these things. So yeah, 100%, David.
I totally agree. I listened to, all the things you do. And, I just got a late start because I didn't wake up till 2020,
Oh wow,
and
well, that's only a
you know
couple
what I'm
years after
saying? Like,
me.
I
It's
didn't,
only like 2 years after me, really, with the whole, shape of the earth and
yeah,
things like that. Go ahead, bro. I
yeah.
didn't mean to
Well,
cut
I
you off. Go
fell
ahead.
for the pandemic in the beginning. I fell for the pandemic in the beginning. I was a Trump supporter until I found out they're two wings of the same bird. I mean, flat Earth opened my eyes,
Okay. Okay.
to everything, you know,
That's
and
awesome.
manifesting, But I just want to say, like, I listened to everyone. I started out with, Mark Sargent and then Karen, and then I found everyone, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I've been following you since the beginning when you first started with Christian, you
Yep.
know, and then
Yeah.
I just kept following ever since.
Nice, dude.
But the one thing that I sent you an email about, like, some of the most bizarre things, but some of the things you introduce, like, uh, you know, I don't know if you talk about, I know you do, but programming water and things like that,
Oh
and
yeah.
our intentions. And
Mhm.
then you were talking another time about the water. We're just in another form of water, this air,
Right.
and I have these deeper thoughts, like, well, if you could feel the water, that's the life of, the life within us, the water can feel like, uh, your intentions can create emotions that are offensive or happy or whatever. At the
Mhm.
same time, like the water in the air, that's how prayer works, and that's how manifesting works, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how you view the creator, he is the creator.
Yep.
That's my opinion. You know,
I like that, David. I like that.
and
Actually,
I
there's
just
Go ahead, Bob.
he is the creator. Now, like my family, they think I fell into a rabbit hole, and I learned my lesson. I've heard everyone talk about it. Even even don't follow Chrome. The first thing you want to do is tell everybody
Mhm.
this information that's been hidden. And then the next thing you know, everyone that had respective views of you, speaking of how someone views you.
Yes. Yes, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Chris?
see, I slowly work. They accept me now. They accept me now, and they just know I'm not. You know,
Well, good. I'm glad they
I
accept
just
you
don't
now,
talk
man.
about
That's
it.
so awesome.
Hey, it's
Yeah, I
easy.
mean, there's a time and a place
Well,
and
they
some
did
and they're all
then.
on their own
They did
journey.
then, but they were all like, yeah. And then I realized it's destroying your reality, like the reality that's presented before you. But I can't tell you enough, like a testimony of what it was like for me. Like the first few months and that realization. I was looking up at that sky like, what is this place?
Oh, yeah,
You
dude,
know,
I
it was
still
so
do that.
beautiful. I know I do
still
too.
that.
But I'm just saying, my first few months was like, you know, like a
Right?
dazed child. Like, oh my gosh, what is
Yeah,
this? And
man.
I'm telling people, and you know, it's so funny. I did, you know, used to talk about it all the time, but I slowly kind of do stuff like that now. You know,
Right.
it isn't like it was before. But yeah, it's no different than a Christian and be like, "Oh, do you need Jesus?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah.
after a few years, you don't talk like that. You know?
It's like, let me introduce you to my
So
Lord and Savior, Flat
that's how
Earth.
flat Earth was for me. It's just like waking up. You know?
That's awesome. We got more people in here,
And
Chris.
How's
I
it
just
going,
have a
Andrew? How's it going, Mr. Jim?
Sorry, David. 1 second.
My bad. We just gotta introduce everybody as they come
that's
in.
okay. I just wanted to I'm just so excited to talk to you guys for the first time,
Yeah, this is great,
Oh, thank
man.
you for
David,
being here.
I know you've been around since the beginning, man, and it's finally putting that face to a name. So I really appreciate you jumping on, dude.
Yeah, especially on mine. Out of all the time
yeah,
you just come on, I appreciate it too. Really
Yeah,
do.
dude.
Thank you.
This is what we wanted. We wanted people to jump on. So thank you, Pamela,
Yeah.
David, Andrew, Jim. You know, you guys are awesome. Appreciate this.
Definitely got to get to know the
You
people.
know, I'm gonna keep it real here for a minute. I'm gonna keep it real. This is the reason we're talking about this. You know, Chris, these are real conversations me and Chris are having, and I kind of want him to get out there a little bit. You know, this is kind of therapy for everyone, including himself, because you know, the same way David was just explaining how, you know, he says things to people to try to wake them up and then they look at him completely different. Everyone's dealing with that, including Chris, and we're all here for each other. And I feel like this is a good therapy for everyone. I'm literally having therapy right now. I'm feeling great about this conversation. David coming on, all of us having this conversation, the smile on Chris's face. This is what it's about right here. You know, not all these deceptions and all these little
yeah,
weekly psyops, real meaningful conversations. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of the distractions and conspiracy theories keep people from doing that, and like a half a dozen rabbit holes, and people are no closer to knowing their own personal or their own ultimate truths about themselves.
Right. What's up, Andrew?
Go ahead.
And then we'll let
Andrew,
Jim speak.
Go
a
ahead.
little bit.
Let us how
Hey,
y'all
what's up?
Yeah.
I'm just taking a quick little break from doing some of my coursework, but I'm still on vacation for about the next 20 days, so I'm having a great time. But yeah, this is great stuff, and one of the best things we can ever do is, you know, look within before you look without. That's a really important thing to do, because if you don't know who you are, then you're going to have a difficult time finding out what everything else is around you. And when it comes to, you know, the whole flat earth awakening and stuff like that, I've said this many different times on, you know, to different people. You can't just come straight out and say, oh yeah, hey mom, dad, you know the earth is flat, because I did that and I was not well received. It was it was pretty tough. My mom actually reacted to that, and they still think I'm crazy, even though I tried showing them videos and stuff, but they're just too indoctrinated to the point where they're not going to listen. So you have to start small instead of just going straight out to it.
Yeah. Some
Agreed.
people will
Agreed.
they'll never see it.
Mr. Jim.
here's what I believe in manifesting. You know, I just want to add to this. Just because you can't reach that person, you can manifest that someone they know and trust will bring them the same information. You know, like, and they're like, oh, my brother is that way, blah, blah, blah. No, you should look into it. Someone that just manifests that people in their lives will be coming around, because people are waking up every day. And
Yeah, man. That's so true.
like I start manifesting by saying, you know, even you, all of you, like, I'm so glad Austin needs for nothing. And, you know, I say things like that to bring fortune and comfort, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or,
bro,
you know,
exactly.
I learned that from Jared, you know, like if there were two good people that just believed, you know, it could change the world.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I do every day. I tell my family, I said, you know what I found out? I said, today the world is a better place than yesterday. I said, you know why that is? Because I made it better.
Yep, life is what you make it.
Because it's up to you.
Yep.
That's right.
It's up to you to make this place better. You got to shine your light, you know?
Hell yeah, David! I'm glad you jumped
I
on, man.
just want to share some ideas. Like
You're sharing your energy.
your
and
light
I'm
comes
picking
from
it
you,
up.
and yeah, your light comes from you, and the only way that someone sees that light is if you shine it. I'm putting vibes of Chris in here.
Like it.
But yeah, I really like what you add. Like every one of your panels add to the table, you know.
Yeah, and Layla in chat. I think
And
that's
Flat Man, I'm so glad that you're just. I watch. I try to make sure I watch your videos and thumbs up, and I even on Rockfin. You know, I do both. But right now I'm out dashing. This is how I make a living because I don't want bosses and I don't want to be told when to show up, when to clock in. I just want to try to make my own way, you know?
I'm with you there, buddy. With you there.
Try to make my own schedules and you know, when someone needs me, I could be there.
Good.
So far it's been rough, but it's getting better.
Hey, I gotta check the food. I'll be back.
Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead. Mr. Andrew, Mr. Jim, I haven't got the chance to say hello to you yet, sir. How's your day going?
Go for it, Jim.
Happy stationary topographical plane to everyone. And I want you to know, it even says it right here, stationary topographical plane.
Nice, nice.
And I'll say this. When you say stationary, everybody understands the word. Then you just got to define the word into this place that we live. We're not moving. And so that destroys heliocentrism right there, because the whole idea behind heliocentrism is the Earth around the sun in an elliptical orbit, because a circular doesn't work in the physics. So they had to make it an elliptical because the whole thing is in the math. So it's fascinating when you realize that math, money, and indoctrination keeps this whole heliocentric lie alive. And the more you can tell people that, and the more they understand it, people don't necessarily understand the concept of flat Earth, because of what the Flat Earth Society has done to us since 1971 and beyond. And they don't necessarily understand geocentric. When you say geocentric, half the population runs and finds a dictionary. But when you say stationary, they understand that we are not moving. We are special. We are created by a creator, and that's where you go from there. And thanks for letting me on.
And something to remember about a lie versus the truth is that lies are way more powerful than the truth. And the reason that is because you can take a lie and you can manipulate it into anything you want. But the truth has only one direction, like a mathematical formula. You can only have one answer at the end. But if it's an incorrect equation, you can do anything you want with it. Same thing with NASA. It's like, oh, well, they're already lying, so they can just do whatever they want with it now, and people are going to believe it.
All right. I can see that.
Do you ever think that maybe
science and
What's up, Dave?
do you ever think that maybe you ever think that maybe that the world was spinning because we feel, well, at least I feel like I'm stationary, it don't bother me.
There's many hypotheses.
You know, like in your mind you're like, I don't know.
No, what's up?
See,
tactical movie
getting
you saw
feedback.
when they did this?
I have Star Wars tattoos.
David, no.
It's so funny.
Hey, listen, I just want to throw this out there since we're talking about the whole shape of the earth and talking to people about it. We're actually cooking dinner for our neighbors. They're coming over, and we're gonna flash smack them. Like they know that. Oh my gosh, you
Nice.
did get a Star Wars tattoo, dog.
That's nice.
Hasn't aged well.
No, you got everyone on.
Damn, that's
I got
detailed
that
too.
before 2020, just to let you know.
No, I figured it looks like it.
It
I
was
hope so.
before 2020. So I guess I'm going to change this tattoos. Like, I'm really going to put like a line underneath it going, space is fantasy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a good cover up.
You know what I'm saying? It's just make believe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It can
But
be.
yeah, I do love the Star Wars kind of story, the light versus the dark. And
It's the hero's journey, right? That's what all these stories are telling
right,
you.
right.
It's the hero's journey.
Why do you think it
Yeah,
resonates
what do they
so
say?
well?
There's like only 5 different ways you can tell a story, or something like that.
I've heard that. Yeah.
12, I heard 12.
Is there, oh,
I heard
12?
there was
Okay.
12 different ways
Yeah, I don't remember the
from
exact
one of
number,
these
but I've heard
streams
that
I listened to.
storytelling only has a certain amount of like plots that you can go with.
The hero's
I
journey
know, right?
is the one that resonates the most with people because each and every one of us has our own hero's journey and our own reality that we're kind of going through. So it makes sense that we resonate towards these type of movies, comic books, and music. Even we like listen. At least me, I like listening to music that lifts you up, and it's obviously not lame music. Y'all hear what I DJ, and it's gonna make you feel good, and it's that vibration, it's that shift in consciousness that make you start vibrating with different things that you didn't do in the past. I used to be a big hip hop head, obviously, but I really can't vibe because of the way hip hop is literally orchestrated to be, at least the modern day ones, one since early 2000s. And I was just up on this guy today on TikTok. He was talking about this big Christian, cool guy. He goes by the melodies. He uses Christian songs. I'm not going to sing them, but he using numbers, math, Andrew, and the beats of 4. Where you articulate, where you emphasize the words of the song determines how the song is going to play out. So you have Jesus loves me, yes I know, for the kids, and then the way they sing is very innocent. The melody, the patterns that they say the word, it's almost like a little adorable march as they're singing. Hip hop inverts that, at least most of it, and they've done it strategically to get those inner. So if the regular songs is on ones and twos, it kind of goes and comes up, flows like an arc wave. Hip hop, most of it, the lower vibrational ones, hit those in between beats, and they exaggerate those words on those same beats. Now, even if you're saying the most profound things, when you change this method, it's like saying I love you like this, like I love you, and it's saying like yeah, I love you. How you say it is everything, and music is much more obviously energetically than it is physically, meaning the words that are being said means really very little compared to actually composure of the whole song itself and how the track
So
is laid out.
you would say it's the intent behind the word is more important than the word itself, right?
Uh, it's even deeper than that because the intent really doesn't. Think of it as intent like
Aren't
a
you explaining the intent right there, though?
No. It goes even deeper than intent because it's subconscious. Intent is mostly conscious. It's something that you're intending to do outward consciously. Where subconscious works on everything but that. It circumference everything that our mind, our conscious mind, can't grasp at a moment's notice and everything. There's too much going on. We're going down a different rabbit hole now, but there's too much going on for our brains to kind of take that in. The orchestrator of these tones know this, and when they put out these waves, these syllables, these patterns in certain rhythms of music, no matter what the word is and no matter what the intent of the person singing the words are, it's already laid out. It's like going down a train line that's already been designed to do all these crazy whips and turns. It doesn't matter what you do along the ride and how you feel along the ride. You're going along the ride that's meant to do a certain goal. I'm gonna find these TikToks. He explained this so well. I know I saved it. I'm gonna go grab it. We got Jim back. Hey, Jim, he's back. Hey, long time no see, buddy.
What's up,
Hey,
Jim?
yeah, I was on Melodome a few days ago, and it started to crackle. So I think it was me. So I left, and it started to crackle now. So I left. I didn't want to be a pain. I'm going to ask somebody who's very technologically savvy, because I'm not, this week, about what might cause
But
it.
I just want to add that
You
that
sound
was
good right now, Jim.
You sound good, Jim. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, buddy.
Thank you.
You wanted to say something, Dave?
Oh, I couldn't hear someone else talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, Jim was just explaining how he has an issue with his audio. It might even be me. I've got a really sensitive mic, so when I'm not talking, I turn it off. It sounds a little scratchy.
Yeah, that was a neat perspective, how everybody has a different version of you. That is so true.
Shit, I wish I
It's so
could be the
true in
version
so many.
other people think of me, because I get awesome messages. And thanks for everybody who's listening, who reaches me on various medias. And I apologize if I don't get back to you in a time.
Oh yeah, there is crackling. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim, I think it is you, Buck.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. I'll try to get it fixed this week sometime. And I'll
No
see you.
worries.
Yeah, we gotta get that
Yeah.
worked out so we can jump on more, man. Because Jim's a
Thank
legend.
you.
All right, Jim. Talk to you later, buddy.
You guys have a good
Good
week.
day, my friend. See you in the chats.
All right, I can tell people a real quick solution to your audio issues. And the first one is to check your port connections, like where it's actually plugging into your computer and on all that. Sometimes it comes a little bit loose, and you can hear it yourself. If you just start to plug it in real slow, you'll hear that crackling. And then the next thing is to update your audio drivers.
Yeah, you fixed Troublin's issue, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank God.
So I just started a new editing program. I got a new computer now. I'm leaving the old crap behind. I'm going to try to upgrade my skills. And I'm orchestrating my first movie, or I'm writing my first little movie, or TV shows, mini series. I don't know what to really call it yet. I don't have a whole storyline yet, but I got a great idea, and I got some great, awesome skills, and I got some great people in the community that I'm putting this out there officially now. If anybody's interested, has any type of entertainment field experience, anything, hey, holla at me. We can definitely use you. Keeping it real low budget, but trying to make it as nice as possible. I wanted to do like some type of like paranormal meets mystery meets 24 hours. I don't really know. I just kind of see in my head a guy running from a whole bunch of men in black dudes because he learned online that the earth is flat. It's very similar to things that we've already experienced ourselves, but we're just going to turn it up a notch, make it a little bit more entertaining, maybe grab a whole net full of people who hasn't entertained that idea because how stupid and silly society has made it. So FMX's whole spiel is, to bring it through the back door through entertainment and let people sleep on it through their subconscious. Like, yo, I just watched this crazy movie on YouTube. It's about this guy and found out, men in black suits wanted to do this thing and the earth isn't what we thought it was and blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, the whole challenge of this for me is to make this whole movie, song, story, whatever, without actually even using the terms flat earth. Yes.
Hey, listen, you just reminded me of something. Can I
Yeah, of course. Interject.
So
right.
David Weiss, he just shared this video, and it was it's an ad, it's a commercial for this app. And it's this. Okay, so the commercial is about making folders smaller on your computer, right? Like flattening them. And there's this scene where this guy has this press in his garage, and his business is called like flattening things or making them flat, something like that. And it's out of his garage. And his like mom is walking out of the house and is explaining to him that there's not enough, that the files are too big for her app on her tablet. So he's like, oh, I can fix that. And he takes the tablet, puts it in the machine, and he starts crushing the machine flat. But at the beginning of the commercial, where it's showing the outside of the house, where his business is in the garage, there's a guy who just left that business, and he's throwing in a flat earth map in the back of his truck, a big ass flat earth map. So it was like alluding that this dude just got the earth flattened by this guy. and it had the AE map, a big ass one. He was loading it up in the back of his truck. No word flat Earth was said, nothing like that. But you see this guy down in the corner loading up a big flat Earth with the North Pole in the center, Antarctica on the. I'm like, get out of here, bro! Like that was wild.
That's what it's about, man. Little crickets inside the entertainment, man. That's going to go so much wider than probably any, mainstream FE, just because that's where the algorithms are set up. Period.
Well, speaking of entertainers, CMG is here right now. So,
Hey,
Uh,
Alex, what's up, my friend? You should hop on. Well, put your beautiful mug on the screen, man. Stop BSing. Put some of those at that precious time. We were talking about maybe you can be in the movie. That'd be great if I could just have Alex in the movie. You could be the protagonist, follow you around with a camera. You run from America to Spain, getting away from the Illuminati. You found out about the flat Earth, and you make all these awesome songs, and they have to take you out. It'd be a great movie. Who wouldn't watch that? A mini series. What will happen on Alex this week? On Mysteries of the Flat Earth.
yeah, have a bunch of cliffhangers.
Yes, cliffhangers are a must. Tune in next week to find out what conspiracy music guru will fly to next in the world to escape the Illuminati. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let's take a quick break. I'm gonna show off a little bit of the edit work I got done right now. I don't have any voiceover for it yet. I've been playing around, just like how I just did, thinking about how it would go. I don't know, but yeah, this is Adobe Premiere. I'm just learning it. There's a lot of stuff in it, so give me time. Give me some time. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna deliver something awesome, something crisp, something a little, something your mother's really gonna like and appreciate. Check it out.
Oh, I do have a good story. Do have something good to share.
All right, I got you right after this one.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh shit! What's up, Alex? You made it, homie.
What's up, bro? Am I on? Where's my camera? What's up? What's
Hey,
up? What's
camera
up?
mate. What's
What's
up,
up?
man? Good to see you.
And
Well-
you? How's my audio and shit?
Sound good, brother?
Sound good.
Hey.
Sound good.
Austin, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Well, good. Yeah, likewise, man. Good evening, everybody. How's it going, man? It's been a while.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. just kicking it over here in FMX radio, you know?
Yeah, man. Open panel. I'm glad. Such a great turnout for day one. You know, literally, we made it like 30 minutes before we went live. We're like, yeah, let's see who's around on a Tuesday. You know,
Dude, you motherfuckers crushing. I've been keeping my eyes on you, bro. I've been keeping my eyes on all of you, man. I'm a little bit in. Oh, what's that noise in the background? I can hear shit in the background.
Is that me?
somebody got the audio up.
What's that? Is that me or is that you?
It might be you.
Not me.
That's me. Sorry. No, I was just saying I've been sort of floating around in the background, not doing so much, but I've been keeping my eyes on the game and what you're all up to and that. And you motherfuckers crushing, man.
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. For real.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm like I say, I've been taking a back seat a little bit because I did the album like 3 months ago, and I've had so much shit thrown at me the last couple of months with the CD distribution and that. My CD sales were going so fucking well, man, and then they like ripped the rug from underneath me, like CD Baby's like, we're not going to sell your CDs no more. So I'm like, oh, I've got to find another distributor.
Well,
And all
why
that-
did they say? You said they went out of business or something?
Well, they're just not doing the physical CD, baby, are not doing the physical CDs anymore. Ironically, I sold more physical CDs than digital, so it doesn't make sense to me at all. So I'm now having to find other avenues. I'm like integrating a whole new shop on my website. So I'm like being a website designer now. I should be in a studio with a guitar, but I'm not. I'm learning coding and design and all that shit. It's like not something I'm meant to be doing really, but you know, so I'm just sort of in the background doing shit, building my own, you know, little empire kind of stuff. But whilst I'm doing that, being quiet musically, I'm still listening to you guys, man, and I'm loving it all.
Yeah, I
Awesome,
appreciate
bro.
that, man. Yeah, I had to switch it up
Sorry
here.
about
I'm getting
some
too many
trouble.
strikes on YouTube for playing music on here. So I'm like, yo, we're gonna have to like just talk for a while, and then I'll bring over the music back over to Rockfin where it's safe.
Are you talking about my music? Are you getting copyright strikes for my music?
Oh, everybody's I just play whatever, and they're like, you can't do that. You can't just play people's music.
Yeah, well, you can play it, but what they say is that because when I release a song on, say, TuneCore or through CD Baby, as soon as you release it, it gets copyrighted automatically by default. It's now a released material. It's now copyrighted. So what YouTube says, like, you can use the music, but you can't monetize it, or you can partially monetize it. So you don't actually get a copyright strike. You get a notification saying you're using somebody else's intellectual property. By all means use it, but you just can't monetize it.
Right, correct. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna do it anyway, and we're gonna spread the love anyway, regardless if they gonna monetize me or not. You my boy, so you getting play on FMX radio. That's just the way it's gonna be.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to release a bunch of songs. Well, not release. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of songs and not officially release them, because if I officially release them, they get copyrighted. So I'm gonna have to make a bunch of songs that are not copyrighted, so y'all can use them, right?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's do it. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, we'll spread them around just as much as Google anyway, so it's not even a thing. So
I know what Austin's about, right? That's why he uses "In This Time" all the time, because I can't release that because there's a cover version, so he doesn't get any copyrights on that at all. So he's like playing it all the time, like yes.
It also is one of my favorite ones, honestly.
Yeah.
I like saying that one's my favorite because no one will ever say that one. No one really knows. It's just, you know, it's like a little hidden gem.
It's a shame it's not my own. I just love the lyrics in that because it's so conscious, and it was my first time really sort of having a go at reggae, and I want to do more stuff like that, but I wish that song was my own so badly.
Right. It's beautiful, man. The words really are. They're beautiful. Just playing that, you want to try and capture that, you know?
Yeah.
And you got skills, man. You can do literally any accent. It's nuts. It's crazy.
I mean, the thing is that I've got more in my locker. You know, I've got so much more I can do that people haven't seen. And I
yo,
can
give me
still
something for the movie I'm gonna make, man. Give me something. I'll put it in the movie. You'll be like the opener. Like, boom, stuff. Give me something dark with a guitar. Ah, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you give me like a briefing of what, like, anytime I do music for people, I say like, what do you want? What's your brief like? And like when I did Austin's thing for the Melodome, he said like, I want something Rasta. So, you know, I looked in my little, you know, samples folder and found some Rasta drums, and you know, man, I can do the Rasta accent if I tries, man. So it's just like getting into that sort of, I don't know, into that character.
Yeah.
You did make another song for me.
You...
I sent you lyrics to another song. You even made like an intro for me. I have, and I want Chris needs to put a good
video
over it.
Yeah.
But I still have that one you made me.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody just gives me a brief, this is what I want it heavy, or I want it light, or I want a fucking drum and bass or dubstep or whatever. If you just give me an idea of what you want, I can do it. And if you want a fucking love song, I can do that shit as well. It's just if you give me,
I don't want to sit here. Alex jumps on and we're like trying to give him work. He doesn't want any
No,
more.
no, it's too late. It's too late.
No, but I do need to get back
movie,
in
and I
the
want him
studio.
part of it now. I want his music in the opening like 4 minutes of the movie. Just
What do you think, Alex, about like a flat Earth movie entertainment style? What do you think about going that route?
low budget? I'm talking about like YouTube 5-10 minute length, shorts where like a dude just living his life. It's pretty much our story. This would be the mini movie story of the average flat earther almost, a little bit more, mystical, a little bit more excitement in it, blah, blah, blah. We got to make it fun. We got to make it.
I love it.
Netflix.
I already love it. The
Oh,
fact that it's a flat Earth movie and it's 10 minutes, I already love it because I mean, you can't really in this day and age, because people's attention spans are so fucking small. Like
exactly.
doing a 2-hour movie or an hour movie, no one gives a shit about that anymore. They want 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and if you can encapsulate something like a guy's awakening in 10 minutes, and to be honest, like I did it with the song "Don't Let Them Take Your Mind." It's like my awakening. Like, and I say in that song, I started being a nicer guy, and God forbid I tell a lie. I treat people with more respect, and I've got me a wife that I never neglect. It's kind of my awakening when you realize there are, consequences to your actions. You realize there's a created realm and there's a God, and like, holy shit, I better start behaving myself and stop being a prick. Right. So that was kind of that song encapsulated in 10 minutes. And that's why it resonated with so many people. If you can just encapsulate your journey in 10 minutes, or even better, 5 minutes, or for the TikTok generation, 30 fucking seconds. If you can do that impactful with great music, then I'm all for it, man.
We can. Let me say hi to Renegade. What's going on, brother? Welcome.
Yeah, peace from southwest of Eden, Sweden. Nice to have you here, man. Good to have me up.
Sweden,
I just want to pop in and say this is, man. So I'm pretty close to the magnetic center, and all I can say is 24/7 daylight now over here. The sun doesn't go away. It's approaching 24/7.
That's
Right
cool.
from the horse's mouth, right there.
So,
that's awesome. Love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
How often do you get to see the Northern Lights?
I'm going to tell you a bit what I'm doing in Sweden. It's hardcore to believe. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Today, it's going to be the summer solstice in a couple of days, and the people are going to get pissed drunk now on Friday, and they say that is the midsummer day. So that is not the midsummer. The midsummer is after, or I think it's 2 days before. Maybe today is the solstice. So I live up in the north in a place called Tärnaby, and it's 24/7 daylight. The sun just passing the mountains. So I've been down with the stationary plane for about 30 years, and I'm still struggling to tell the people in Sweden, hey, look at this. We're standing still. And check out the sun, it's 45 degrees. It's super close, So now on Friday, I'm going to hang around with some guys on a panel in Sweden. And a few of them are starting to realize that it's that simple. We're not heliocentric, we're fucking geocentric, So that's my thing, what I'm doing. And as you do, Conspiracy, my guru, thank you for the music. I've been in the music industry since I was 14. I'm 51 today. I've been working with all of those Hollywood bastards. I'm the only one in Sweden that never, ever signed a contract with the devil. I've been working with Dennis Pop and Max Martin and Cheiron Studios and producing music to Diane, the sister of Rita Marley. I never, ever signed a contract. So today I'm Renegade One, and I've always been Renegade from the music scene. So nice one to have you guys here. I see all of your musician vibes. You got a turntable. I've been scratching vinyl since I was 13 years old, That thing is spinning, but the plane is not spinning. So glad to let me in here today, man. Peace and salutes to you guys.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
Thank you, Renegade.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
man.
Love it, dude. Love it. Love the energy.
Cheers.
This is great.
That's a great community, man. I really appreciate all the love and support. Just coming over here in the middle of a Tuesday on a nice and quiet FMX radio presentation. I'm glad y'all really feeling this. Definitely helped motivate me to turn it on again the next day and whatnot. And, just put my 2 cents out there and mix it up with your 2 cents. And with all our senses together, maybe we'll have a effing dollar that we can buy something one day. How great would that be? was the best.
Well, hey guys, thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah,
I gotta get going though.
Yeah, Andrew.
I'm gonna be in the background
Hey,
listening.
Andrew,
So,
send me your damn pictures with the
Peace.
melodome shirt, dog.
oh man, I keep forgetting.
Man, we're gonna fight, bro. Come on.
Fuck. I'll do that right
Don't
now,
let me
man. All
get
right.
Z on you, man. I'm gonna call you people over here.
I'll do it right
All
now.
right, bro. I love you, brother. Send that
See
to
you
me.
later, Andrew.
Yeah,
Tell her, mate.
I'll send it to you in Telegram.
Ciao.
All right,
That
guys.
goes for
Later, Andrew.
anybody listening. If you have a melodome shirt, please send me the picture or send Austin the picture. We're making a new commercial with all the merch and all the different variations of the shirts. So if you hear this and you got one and I don't have a picture of you, send it to us ASAP. Like if your ass is on fire, like quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's how fast I want it. Like yesterday. Not for real though. I got like 5 of my man Alex. Renegade, if you got any awesome pic, you can send them in. Miss Pamela, same as you. For real, I'm all the supporters, all the awesome people. Hey, I need some footage of you beautiful faces, and I'll use you and put you in a nice, awesome video. You can be, hey, that's me.
Yeah, man. I can send you pictures from what I've been taking on the North Pole Star and one
Any
of my best
Northern
friends
Light
is-
pictures? Northern Light pictures? You got those?
Yes. I've seen it for real plenty of time, and it should be there in the daytime, but you can only see it in the night. It's been a heavy year this year. It's been the Nordic Light has been down south in Sweden for the first time in long time. It's only you can see it up north in Sweden, but this year it was actually South Sweden, and Sweden is a long, small country, you know, like 200 miles to the south, and they did see it this year. It was like, for them, it was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on, you know? And the thing is, it's actually sound to it. You can hear it, like a metal flowing type of vibe.
Really?
And you hear it.
Electromagnetic,
Yeah,
bro.
so it's
Wow.
It is. Yeah.
I gotta go up
432
there.
hertz.
I gotta go up there. I gotta see this. I gotta
Yeah, I
feel
would
It's
love
amazing.
to see that.
Dude, that thing is beckoning you. It's like a divine, like, come pass.
Yeah.
There's something
Yeah.
about that place,
Yeah.
man.
It's
For sure.
magic,
That's
man.
why
It's
when people
magic.
ever ask
Pure.
me if we're gonna go south or north, I'm going north, man.
Yeah, totally.
north.
The
Do it.
way I see it, the further you get out from the center, it just gets less and less energy, more and more demonic. Like all that technology is coming from the outer lands, right? From the Antarctica. That's why I think like the elite have a fascination with that place, because it's really dark and less,
Yeah.
less energy. The closer to the center you get, it's more angelic, it's more divine. Like if anyone asks me like north or south, fuck north all the way, bro.
Yeah, 100.
FMX Nation over here is a
Good
state
thing.
northern group, so we all go on a take a yep.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Renegade, how far up can you go north before
Yeah,
they're
but
like,
yeah,
you can't,
yes.
you're not going in.
You can go to Svalbard, and then the military will stop you. So Svalbard is a bit north of Greenland, and then I've got the Norwegian border just outside Sweden. So if you pass that one, and then the Russian guys or the Norwegian guys or the Swedish military will stop you directly. So you're not allowed to go to the center. It's the
So
same.
there's
with the
definitely.
south, you know?
So are you saying there's
So-
definitely is there definitely a military presence then in the north, like there is in the south?
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're not allowed. Yeah.
Isn't there some kind of treaty
So
for
I
the
think
north as well?
This is Antarctica treatment. Yeah, I think it's go under the same flag as
Under the
the
same,
United
yeah, I bet
Nations.
that makes sense.
Put the same rules on the center. Yeah.
Well, who was the guy that tried to
you're
go
not
to the
allowed.
north? Basically, what's his name? Ryan something. He tried to go and he got turned back in Canada. Was it? Has there been any other people recently that have tried to at least get close?
No, not that I can recall. No. You said his name was Brian?
No, heard about it.
Well, right, there was a guy that was doing. He was following this channel. He was following your channel, Austin. He was following the
Oh,
Melodome.
yeah. Shit,
Oh, the guy who
man.
got stopped. The guy who got stopped
Yeah,
2 months
I'm
ago.
sure his name was Ryan or something.
Yeah, Ryan Zem.
That's
Zem.
it. That's it.
I'm gonna go check out his channel, see what. any
Hopefully he's
updates
not
are.
mysteriously committed suicide again.
I think he got stopped by Canadian police. I don't know. I don't know how close he got, but I don't know. We need more people, trying to do. That's on my bucket list. That's the biggest thing to do on my bucket list. When I start getting a little bit, older and decrepit, and I'm like that's it.
You know what? It's time to go get shot by the northern military.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, what have you got to lose at that point, right? Because I believe there's something inherently divine about that place, and the fact that it's just been completely omitted from all maps, like the four continents. It's just like it's something there. I feel it in my gut. I feel it in my heart. It's there's something there, and it's just like beckoning me. Like, so I don't know. One day, maybe I have the balls to get. Maybe we should all just.
I was gonna say by then I'll go with you at this point. I got nothing else to lose.
There it is.
Maybe the
There it
closer
is.
we die to the north, it'd be easier for our souls to get to heaven.
There you go. Beautiful way of looking
Yeah,
at
my
it.
kids, they call the north the fountain
I
of
feel the
youth.
same, man.
Yeah, I'm
All my
sure.
boys, they call it
I
fountain
feel
of
it.
youth.
I feel it. I feel it in my soul. There's something there. There's something there, and I want to see it before I die.
It is.
Yeah. That giant
But
stump of a mountain.
yeah, if you listen to the name of Sweden, SWE, southwest of Eden, actually.
Exactly. I've been
Oh,
saying that
wow.
every time.
Yeah.
And Denmark,
Like
right?
it.
Denmark is the mark of the den, Eden.
Yes. See? Yeah. It's in,
Words
it's in the
mean
letters.
things. Words.
Etymology, yeah. Norway, the way of the
And
north.
the thing, yes, the way of the north way. And then one thing also, if you look at Canada and Russia, is you can actually swim from Canada to Russia. It's that super close up there, you know. There's no distance. So we can,
Yeah,
so I mean,
we're
of course
led
we
to
can
believe
walk
that-
on the ice in the winter.
We're led to believe that America is over here and Russia is over here. But when you look on the azimuthal equidistant, they're like touching each other. They're fucking next door neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we think about
Yeah.
Russia having this elite but elite secret military that guards the supposed entrances to the north? I'm sure you heard of this.
I have never heard of that.
No,
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a military presence in the north, but
the story.
You're talking about like Hollow Earth?
The same. They were both talking about places that we've never been. So it could be an entrance to inner Earth. Sure. We know that there's caverns that connect the United States. And I assume they connect the rest of the continents as well, which is why even here in Florida, there's places within 30 minutes away that are now, when I was younger, they weren't blocked off. There's these caves. You go down. I got too scared, me and my friends. After about 10 minutes in there, and we didn't want to forget the turns we did, we just turned around and went back. Especially areas where you got to get down your stomach and crawl in. They're everywhere. Yeah, most
there's a
big
lot of
places are gated off. Some of them are even in some of the star forts over in Fort DeSoto. Supposedly goes down to one of these canals and links up back into the inland.
Yeah, I went to one of those star forts and they had huge holes that would go down to
I've
the
got
bottom.
a theory, or more like the.
Go ahead.
I got a theory and a feeling that if you talk about tide waters, and we have the Eastern Sea in Sweden, it's from the eastern side, and that is having the same salt level as the eye, exactly the same as the eye. So you get mixed up with the Atlantic Ocean, and you got the tides. You got high level of water, and then you got lower level of water. And for me, the vibe is that it's a hole up in the north that breathes the water, comes from the inside, and it goes back to that hole. It's like an open eye, and the water. So people talk about hollow earth, yeah, but look at the water. I mean, water never lies. It's completely the same level in New Zealand as it is in the Eastern Sea. So I think it breathes from the inner of the north, and therefore maybe they talk about the hollow earth. The water gets down there and it comes up every 24 hours.
Have you seen that
Just
satellite
the
video?
theory that I've been vibing on, you know. Something's making the tides. Not the moon is not making the tides, as they say, claim. So
there's a video
the moon
on that.
doesn't have a shit to do with the water, I think.
There's a video on that. I'm sure. Maybe you recall. There's how real it is, I don't know, but it seems to be like a satellite video that's over the top of the North Pole, and it just seems to be.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
It just seems to be this, like, I don't know, like Niagara Falls multiplied by 1,000. It's just like this circular thing with this like, I don't know, this abyss or whatever. I don't know how fake or real that is.
And a lot of the maps, they always
like a
have
vortex or
it
something.
blocked off.
Yeah.
They always have this circle blocked off in the north. They don't ever show you what's going on in the north.
That would be the scariest thing for me. My soul really wants to see at least a magnetic tree trunk that we call a mountain. If we get there and it's a giant gaping hole, I'm done.
4 rivers.
Yeah.
So, guys,
It
what
could
you
be a
doing
black
next
hole.
sure then? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my.
Oh yeah,
can.
you
I'm
know
gonna
what? I'm
you up,
kind of
man.
busy right now.
Oh, just pulling out the mellow dome jet.
Yeah,
That's
get
the
a
problem.
safe house.
That's
here,
the
so
problem.
you're
That's why
welcome.
they've got you. They've got you. The Matrix has got you. I'm kind of busy right now. I've got shit to do. I can't go. No, fuck that.
No.
Everybody reach in your pocket, pull out $5, put it on the table.
The Matrix has you.
Yeah,
We'll start now. We're putting our funds together, one $5 bill at a time.
If everybody just dropped everyone, they go, no.
I think
fuck
the
that,
thing
I'm
is,
going.
yeah, I think that the trick is to get a boat, seriously, because then we are on the sea law type of thing. Because we got the land law and we got the sea law. The maritime law is a different thing. And I've been working on the sea with boats for plenty of years, and you have a paragraph 53. If you don't allow anyone to come on to your ship, you're allowed to fucking knock them dead, you know, because they need to ask the captain if you're allowed to go on my ship. So if you're on the ship, you're actually a floating island. So you register that ship as a floating island. In that case, you can also probably reach the North Pole that way, but the military is still the military. But I think
I was going to say
flying
that,
an airplane or whatever, no more Donald Byrd. Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, we can all start screaming maritime law or common law. I mean, even the common policeman that is supposed to have sworn an oath to uphold the common law has no idea that he's not upholding the common law. So if you get into maritime and you start screaming maritime law to the military, they don't give a fuck about maritime law, right?
I know. I know.
So we have the law.
But them,
We have, the law of the land, law of the water. Is there a law of the air? And if so, who dictates that and how? Are those for the aliens and the sky people?
I think the air goes in the same as water. They're just thinner way of water. Look at the airplanes.
Yeah.
They got red and green lights. The boats have the same navigating system as an airplane. So as above, so below. You know.
NASA uses nautical miles. Nautical miles.
Maritime light.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta jump off here in a few. So
no worries, brother. No worries.
Shout out to FMX. Appreciate you doing the open panel, brother. Alex, much love. Pamela, Renegade One, everybody in the chat. We're gonna have dinner with the neighbors and we're gonna flat smack them. So I will report back and let everyone know how it goes.
Enjoy your dinner.
All right,
Enjoy.
thank you.
Go ahead, stream them.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was gonna ask them. All right, guys, later.
See you later, mate.
I have a few close friends over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, go ahead, Renegade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna say thank you for today. The thing is, we have more than 8 hours a day, so skip the clock, check the sun, be the one you are, and I'll catch you guys later on. Guru, Pamela, Flat Man. I've got a YouTube channel actually called Flat Man's World. It's my backup channel. Go check it out. Flat
Well, I'm
Man's
gonna go
World.
subscribe. Flat Man's
Otherwise,
World.
I'm Renegade One. Yeah, man. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah. So
have a great one.
I can put the link on the latest video I've done or something.
So how do you sleep?
Take good care, everyone. Good. This is the first time.
Oh, really?
I sleep when I'm tired anyway. I block the melatonin thing, and you have to have curtains on the windows, you know. But I enjoy it because in the winter it's opposite. Then it's darkness.
Nice.
So for me, it's like me and the dog. We up with the sun, approaching every day. The sun is always approaching now, but in the winter time it's super dark, man. It's like 3 hours a day. So wow. It's hardcore. But so I'm taking care of the light, get the D vitamin rocking, and taking in the energy to spare it into the winter time, so I can go into the studio and make the music. In the summertime, I'm just out in the woods and walking around barefoot and get electromagnetic charging, you know. That's the thing. So salutes to you guys. Maybe popping in some other time. I'm glad that you let me up today, man. Salutes. Have a great one. Peace, everyone. Peace. Yeah, peace out. Peace. Yes.
Good to see you, Ren.
No, this has been fantastic dialogue and conversation. been great getting to know you people and everything that you're about. I had a feeling we would all pretty much be resonating at the same tone. I'm like a tuning fork that's just been hit on the head, and all of a sudden other people start vibrating with me. It's fantastic, and I couldn't ask for a better turnout by awesome people for real. And you'll see, hopefully, I've been trying to encourage some of my actual personal real life friends, people who've seen me kind of change over the course of my life and even the last 10 years specifically. And I have these same type of conversations with them. I don't have the same story where everybody kind of shuns me out. As you can tell, I'm not really one you can talk shit to and just walk away like you didn't say that. So even when I was in a construction site talking about, oh my God, everybody come here at lunchtime, I got to show you this. And they would just sit there and be like, what? But it comes to actually going in and doing the research yourself. People love a good story, and Flat Earth is a wonderful story. It can be very inspirational if you can get through the whole initial part, that accepting that you was tricked like the rest of us. There's no way around it. It just happens. So you get through that part, and then your life kind of gets reborn, as it were. You got to start thinking over everything over again, as you already know. So hopefully in the future, when my friends probably watching this right now at work, because I tagged them in it before I went started, that they'll bring their ass up here and kind of give you why they haven't jumped all the way on board yet, because it's usually the same garbage excuses across the line. But it's okay. Everybody comes to the information in their own time when their soul is ready. And it will be never any time sooner. It will never be any time later. Is exactly the time it's meant to happen for each and every one of us. I truly believe that. And I've seen that in other souls around me. Obviously, y'all have the same experience. And this is going to be great. And I feel like the next wave keeping this going is not necessarily always looking with our eyes without, but more or less looking within now. We are now at the part of our journey where we've learned almost as much as we can looking without, with our external eyes and evidences. Although they are very potent, even the most blatant things you can bring somebody to, you can't force them to drink the water, nor can you help them accept what the water should taste like when they drink it. Thus far is the information that we bestow upon our friends who have not leveled up to where we feel we are. That's kind of an egotistical way to put it. I don't like to think of ourselves as better than anybody at any certain point, because Lord knows plenty of people who don't believe what we believe probably know a lot more than we do in other areas and categories of very important life. But nonetheless, we vibrate here. And instead of fighting with different faces every day, we look for other alternative means to gather this information and grow physically and spiritually. For me, I'm really excited on seeing where this takes us. I want to be sharing my aspirations and hopes with you now in the future, and not just my little circle I keep private to Austins and my personal friends. I'm going to try to do this more on point and really, and then take the DJing over to Rockfin, because I'm tired of getting strikes here. So I'm so sporadic. And then trying to figure out this whole algorithm thing, and YouTube just, there's no rules. They're just like, yeah, you just can't do things, and we'll let you know when you've done it, and then we'll strike you for it, and then But it is what it is. But Alex, I know you got a lot of extra stuff on the files. If you got anything that you've already done, I'm not asking for too much work, but if you got something that you want to show off that you haven't released yet, I'll put it in this little docu movie. So think of it like this: we all like watch. We like to be entertained, right? We wouldn't mind watching something with kind of like an avatar of us inside said movie. So in my head, the protagonist really doesn't say much. Doesn't have much to say. You're learning a lot of the movie through background information, side characters, so forth, news stations as he walks by a television screen, so forth. Here's this information passively, like most of us have. Very few of us started out there looking for this information. No, it came to us passively. So in my head, this hypothetical movie would start off a lot like our experience. Within a 5 to 10 minutes, leaving it off on a cliffhanger, he does nothing but wash the dishes, come home from work, live a very mundane life, and then all of a sudden gets introduced to it. As he starts to actually look into it, types it in on Google, now he's been marked by the men in black, as it were, or whoever we want the antagonist to be. So all of a sudden, men in those suits are watching him as he goes to the car, leaves the gas station, at the grocery store, peeking around corners, moving their head when they see he's been noticed. The whole, small critique of things, just to keep it easy, kind of see where it's going. But then it ends on the cliffhanger. to hopefully encourage the next viewers to watch the next episode.
Dude, you are way more creative than you realize. You've already got it all figured out in your head. And I don't have anything like musically that would suit that. It would have to be something bespoke. Are you any good at poetry by any chance?
I'm a little bit of a poet, yes. A little bit.
Okay, right. Well, you're a songwriter then. So if you've already got this mapped out in your head, look, which you clearly have, if you write a poem that kind of depicts what's happening or represents this 10-minute movie in a poem, in something like, 2 verses, maybe a chorus, a bridge, if you can figure that out, maybe like an outro or whatever. If you can put that into like a verse or a song format, hand it to me like a bespoke song, and I'll do my best to put something musically to it, like for the soundtrack at the end or for during or whatever, bro, because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, I need background music. Yeah, your original background music from you, even if it's just the riff of the guitar. I kind of hear that in my head too a little bit. It's just like a low guitar riff. That way I could speak over it. Can't do anything too high pitched because then my own natural voice gets blended out. It's crazy. Editing, post production part of it.
So it's not that you want a soundtrack for the movie, because it's not a movie. It's a 10-minute piece, right?
Right. Well, increments. It'll be a movie broken down in 10-minute increments. So you're not going to see the whole movie's not in the 10 minutes. That's more of the setup would be the first one of like what's going on. All of a sudden, he's a regular guy doing his thing, coming home from his 9-to-5 job in construction.
Right. So you don't need anything lyrically. You just need instrumental stuff like beds, if you like.
Yeah, maybe a little chorus with something that, but yeah, not the whole. Don't have to be a whole actual finished song or anything. But yeah, more of a background, maybe a little riff of a couple sayings here and there, like he was looking. I don't know.
He's searching. Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you give me exactly what you need, then I'm sure I can figure something out. It'll be cool, man. It sounds really good.
No, we're good because I think I know, and I don't think I will be way more motivated to do this with other people in the community to make this a group effort. And man, that would just, one, that'll help us bring the community together. Like give us a community project that's still about what we're interested in, but doing something else with it besides going running to the beach and measuring the water 50 fucking times. We already know it's fun. And I love those experiments. I love when new people come out behind the older heads. Because I've been in the game for a while. I've done those experiments over here in Tampa. I just didn't release them all online, but I did enough to know where I'm satisfied with my findings. I don't give a damn who else says anything about whatever. And I don't feel obligated to have to force anybody to take my understandings, evidence, testimonies, and facts as their own. That's fine. Stay over there in your lane until you feel like you want to vibrate higher than what you're used to. It's all good. But for now, let's have some fun. I don't see nobody else in the community really doing stuff outside of putting together events, which is also great. And everything that I'm going to say here is not to belittle anything or make anything lesser of anything. It's just that I would like to see us do more, and something in the entertainment, movie, or
you're not going to get any arguments from me with that, because I've seen the creative work that I've done have incredible effects in 5-minute music videos or 10-minute music videos. They are so effective. It's ironic that I'm learning the power of music only in the last few years, even though I've been a musician all my life. It's only now I'm seeing the real power of it. And those 5-minute, 10-minute pieces of acting or little movies, the shorter things are great. Like you say, all the events, that's all fantastic. But I think we need more, creative, some more artistic and creative stuff, which I don't see enough of. That would be brilliant. So you have my 100% support, mate.
Sweet. What about you, Miss Pamela? What do you think of this crazy idea?
I think it's a really good idea, because ultimately the idea is to plant seeds. And when you're planting seeds, obviously they're not going to sprout until the person's on the right wavelength or frequency to receive it. But again, it's the planting seeds. And all you really have to do is cause one crack in the lies to get people to really think. Because once you bring one lie to the surface, most people understand that there's 10 more. And then, and now they realize the earth's flat and so on and so forth.
All right, good. At least everybody on this panel seems to agree at the moment. Now we need a name. I have 50,000 names. I wrote some of them down. They're all like 2 words, like hidden rulers. What was the other one? Damn it. Demonic Damn it. I had a whole bunch of them. Me and ChatGPT been working together a lot lately.
That's a nice tool. Hopefully you're using the jailbroken version of it.
No, just the vanilla Scowboy version. Doesn't do
Oh.
anything wrong or tell me anything that illegal to do to make money and blah blah blah. The Superman version.
If they tell you it's more the jailbroken version of Chat GPT is actually more creative if you're like artistic or poetic. Like if you're just looking for a word that rhymes.
Like there's, I'm sure you're not talking about this one, but there's Dan.
Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah, I'm talking about Dan.
Dan, yeah, he scares the shit out of me. I don't want to talk to Dan. He's comic. If you don't know who Dan is, it's the
That stuff's making us lazy though. Like we're using Chat GPT to find rhymes. We should be using our minds to find rhymes.
Well,
See, there's a rhyme right there.
But if you think about it, we're still doing that. We're just doing it in a more sophisticated way now. Instead of wasting the hours on end of coming up with stuff you already know, you're allowing ChatGPT to pull out the stuff
I agree
know.
in a way. I agree in a way. Now, I've had the thought, because I don't have a lot of time these days, and I want to put out more music and more albums, and I'm trying to find a quicker way to do that. So I'm like, oh, there's this thing out there that can write my own music, but it can probably give me ideas for riffs, and I'm like, no, that should come from me, bro.
But if you're the one putting in the prompts, it's still coming from you. It couldn't have done it without you.
I don't like it. I mean, there must be a way it can be used for good, but it's another, in my opinion, it's another tool of the elite to make us lazy, to stop using our minds. Right, this stuff can produce a song for you if you just give it the prompts. I want it to sound like Justin Bieber. I want it to have a nice drop. I want it to sound a little bit, electro dance music. I want it to have, and you give it a couple of hours, and it can produce the song that came out of your mind. But you didn't really sit there and put the work into it, like AI did, and that's kind of. It's a little bit worrying in a way. It takes the creativity out of it, because you don't have to go through all the pitfalls and all the learning curve of how to actually produce it with software, and which is essential if you're. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. It scares me a little bit.
I can see that.
I know. I already knew how to write well long before Chat GPT, and it's not a fail safe. Like, it's not a perfect thing. You can look at it and it gives you like wrong answers, and it's not something I rely on, but it's definitely a good research assistant.
By the way, nice to meet you, Pamela. I saw you on Austin's show the other week, and I think you have a lovely energy. So very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I like everyone's energy with the Mellow Dome and this channel. When I saw there was a panel, I figured I'd come over and show some support.
No, definitely appreciate that for real, because I would get cold feet and little butterflies before I hit that go live button. Just like, all right, hope this works. Let's see what happens, and just press go live. And this has been great, because I don't suspect I will get any strikes so far. So this has been awesome and fantastic, and I can still go into Rockfin and Twitch and do my little DJ thing without having to worry about it. So I can get my conscious intellectual thoughts out here with you, and then do my brainless music gig later, and it works out. Best of both worlds.
Hey, do you think if I start singing like one of my songs live, you'll get a copyright strike?
You know what? You're good enough. It might. You're good enough. Oh, we noticed that there was a CMG, and we're gonna go ahead and take that dollar from you. Thank you. No, it's all good. And hey, I look forward to us working together in the future, my friend. I am manifesting this. This is day one. We put the thought out there. Now those vibrations will circulate energetically through the ether of this realm and put all the pieces in place to get this movie done. It's been growing in me since last year. I've been tossing with this idea, and that's why I've had kind of a storyline in my head, and I'm a big movie buff. Me and my mom growing up, that's what we did back in the day. It's just movies.
Can I ask you, are you gonna have a cast? Are you gonna have a central character? Are you gonna film it on the street? How's that gonna be put together?
That is another one. I'm very particular as a producer how I want my shots done. And then I'm also picky about my actor too. So I can't be in it, film it, and behind the camera and post edit it. So yeah, I do need a cast, which is why I'm doing this here now, for many reasons. One of them is to get some of my local friends I've known most of my life to be part of this, because they're already part of this. A lot of them are electricians, audio engineers, and just very active guys in general who have aspirations and their own creativity level to help this project succeed and see a fruition. But getting it started is always the hardest part. So I'm going to try to take lead on this, try to gather the time. See, I'm actually thinking about Troubling. Me and him, we vibe a lot. He's one of the newest members to our Melodome crew. And if I could work out with him, he would be a great protagonist. I haven't even talked about him, so if he's listening. He's just now hearing about this, like y'all. In my head, I can see he's such a
Nice notice.
man. Yeah. Go ahead and just being my silent protagonist. He's got the facial expressions down, and and I think it would be easy. I could stick behind the camera. I could focus on the angles and the lighting and everything, because I'm very,
You want it to have a real professional feel to it, like a proper 10-minute movie, or is it going to be? Is there going to be any sort of comedic angle to it, like lighthearted, a little bit quirky, or is it all going to be like proper, as professional as can be?
A little, mostly professional. I ain't gonna lie. I like this, as you can see in my own edits. I like the cinematic, overly done, big, loud, deep.
That's not easy to achieve, man. If you've got a cast, that's I applaud you, because that's not easy to achieve.
No, I thank you, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. just gonna wing it. I just feel I can do it. I've seen lesser movies that have been around for 20 plus years that I'm like, I can't believe they made this off of $5 grand. And have you ever watched Clerks, the movie Clerks back in the day? It was made off of $5,000. Everybody in the cast got like
wow
for the payment, and it's a cult classic now. It's a cult classic.
Wow,
and that's not the only one. There's many movies out there that are now considered, classics that had little to no budget at all. But it's about your creativity and your ability to use the tools and equipment you have to tell your story. And I think I have more than the equipment that I need. It's more or less just getting the people in place and the time and the scheduling.
And you got to get the passion. You got to get the passion from the people, and there's no shortage of that in this community.
Right, exactly. And then with it being such small, short skits or series, little episodes, I figure I only need like an hour or two of each person's time to get the footage I need, the angles I need, and then everything else is going to be done in post-production. Blair Rich, a whole oil beef. So Blair Rich was another one. Jay and Silent Bob, thank you, Mellow Man. That was the one. And man, I'm telling you, I think it's something there, and as many people want to get involved, the better. Yeah, especially people who live over here in Florida and Central Florida area. Let me know. We'll get together on the weekend, pick an area, and I have a storyboard already started with some nice, stick figure drawings and whatnot I did in my notebook, and I'm just putting this out there now. Hopefully, me telling people outside of my own little telephone group.
I don't think you realize what you've started now, because if you're like me, you're like you it's gonna start developing into this bigger and bigger and bigger project, and you want to make it better and better, and then before you know it, it's not like a 6-month project. It's like you've been doing this for 2 years, and you're like,
that's what I was thinking. Is like, you don't know what you're in for, but I can't wait to follow the adventure.
I wouldn't mind to do that, but by year 2, I expect to be on episode like 10 or 20 by then at least.
Good luck, bro. No, it's going to be epic, man. You just got to have a bit of self-control, because when you get involved in these creative projects, it's like, oh no, let's shoot that again. No, let's have this. It could be so much more epic if we had this. No, let's do it this. And it's like you're going to get so involved and so passionately involved in the creativity. You're going to have to hold back a little bit, but I can't wait to see what you do, man.
To two people, I'm telling you, real low budget, post-production, epic cinema magic. I'll do what I can, but almost found footage like the Blair Witch Project and Clerks and Jay and Bob, where it's almost found footage where everything's almost got a grain to it a bit, and then sometimes it might switch depending on what area that the character is in whatever scene and whatever it calls for, the music tone and whatnot. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Oh, K-Go presents. Oh, that's what, Mikey, you're going to be in Florida in the 225. That's what's up. More people the better. By then we'll have episode 10, and we'll be introducing K-Gut Presents and all types of stuff. Who knows? I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I showed earlier was a little fake made trailer that this right here, just messing with Adobe, and it's got a lot more stuff in it that I can do compared to our other editor. If you can imagine the voiceover being like in a world, kind of like I wanted to use the whole winter thing in a world. The flat earthers are on the run. Nobody believed them. David
Wine. If you're gonna do that in a world, you're almost bordering on parody there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess there can be a little levity to it, you know.
Yeah, there's got to be a little. I mean, there's got to be a little nudge and a wink there. There's got to be a little humour there. I think if you can do it that way, because you can get away with a lot less quality if you can have a bit of humour there.
I agree. We get away a lot more if there's some, maybe we can mix it up. Maybe I can edit it in a way where, one moment is, exactly kind of liven up the scene where the guy's getting freaked out from the stuff he's learning online, sitting there, on the computer, just learning like, oh my God. Skyline.
Yeah, I think you can get away with a lot more. You can have sort of slightly less quality. I dare say it, but if you're going for that real serious cinematic, you've got to throw a budget at it. But if you have a little, a little nudge and a wink and a little bit of comedy and a little bit of satire, then people won't take it too seriously, which is kind of what you want. You kind of want it to be shared around, but not take. You don't want to put it out as like this cinematic 10-minute piece. In my opinion, there's got to be a little bit of humor there, so people go, oh, I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Oh no, 100%. Matter of fact, some of the videos I was hoping to overlay on the screen as who the protagonist is learning is that he's watching Mark Sargent's Flat Earth Clues. Mark has a lot of little zingers during his Clue series, where he just says some kind of witty or funny. Dave always saying something off the wall. I was gonna overlay some with him, kind of flat smacking some random person that he's interviewing as usual. And yeah, kind of matter of fact, I'll probably throw your ass in there too in the background. All of a sudden you run into a CMU and all of a sudden you're just there at I want everybody to kind of be involved at some level or another, because it makes it that much more real. Because when we were learning this as individuals, these are the people we ran into as we were learning.
Yeah, you kind of want to have some private jokes for the people in the know, like all of us. Like when you see my face come up or whatever, we or Mark Sargent's, like people are gonna, us flat earthers that will still enjoy the 10-minute movie will understand the reference. Some people watching it from outside will not, but there will be plenty for those people as well. So you kind of want to cater for everyone, if you get what I'm saying.
Exactly. You nailed it. You nailed it. That's exactly how I had it in my head. Exactly. The more inclusive, the better here. It's as inclusive as it goes in this community. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to definitely give me something to do. I'm sure like most people, everybody has their own drama and trauma in their life. I know this year has been a freaking roller coaster. I've had some major losses as it's starting off of this year, and I refuse to let them dictate how my day-to-day life goes, and taking my healing journey much more seriously, if not finally seriously. A lot of terms and things I've been learning this year and doing that work. So in doing that, I'm want to take all that pain of loss and pain and transmute it into something that's becoming of me, somebody who kind of shows his vulnerability through his artistry work. And
got to create that alchemical gold.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I mean, look, I know it's a cliche, but everything happens for a reason. And I've had my turmoil and I've had my losses and everything else. And I've been in such low places. But now we've started to understand that when we are presented with these so-called problems, we don't see them as problems anymore. We call them challenges, and they're there for a reason. They're there to guide you, or they're there to knock you off one particular road and push you down another road. So at the moment, we're very stressed with business at the moment, but we know that this is not a problem. I mean, it doesn't compare to what you've gone through, but we've gone through similar things. But we try and see things like this isn't a problem. This is happening for a reason. It's such a cliche. I know everything happens for a reason, but it's there to take you off one road and to push you down a better road, if that helps in any way.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, you can fight against it. We can make excuses for it, which is what I've always done, and even more so, find crutches to lean on. For a long time for me, it was video games and weed. It's an easy escape, no matter what the situation was, whether it be a breakup, a loss of a job, somebody dying, or whatever. It is what it is. But we take those trials and tribulations and we make ourselves better for it. Or
part of the journey, bro. It's part of embrace it. Embrace everything about it.
Yeah, the good and the bad.
Yeah, you have to.
I've been challenging myself. I'm sure like most people tell me the same thing. I really desire to master myself. What type of man I would be like if I was 100% clear-minded, was extremely active in the things I preach and think about day to day, and to be better than I was before. And that another cliche, but it's real. These cliches aren't just cliches for the F of it. It's actually a thing.
Yeah, they're there for a reason.
Right. And faster we acknowledge it and really do that inner work. I know I'm changing. I'm not the same man I was when I first jumped on the Melodome like a year and a half ago. I think already a lot differently. And I refuse to be now that a combative, conscious male who's just always looking for the next fight or point to prove. I could give a damn about proving my point to people who aren't vibrating at the correct frequency in the first place to grasp it. And I think a lot of
Beautifully said. I only had a minute to join, but I just wanted to show my support. I got things I got to get to, but y'all are awesome. Y'all's energy's awesome. I love what y'all are doing here and on the Melodome.
Oh, thank you, Miss Pamela. Thank you so much for coming. I've been watching your content too, catching up ever since I met you last week. And I'm glad we're friends now. I'm glad everybody's here just vibing. And man, y'all the best. Feel free to come back anytime. Anytime you see this the link pop up, please click it.
Sure. Take good care of yourself. And it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Pamela.
Till next time, my friend. Have a great one. Yeah, this has been fantastic, brother. This has been fantastic having you on here. I know this is what time is it over there on your side of the pond?
Oh gosh, it's 10:10 in the evening now, so we're
so
getting
perfect. So I'm definitely going to try to do this more often around this time, so I can get you on here. Then.
Yeah, no, this is a nice time for me, man. You know, like a lot of the, you know, because a lot of the people that I really resonate with and love and respect are over there in the States, and I'm over here on a completely different time zone. So it's different. It's very difficult to jump on lives and that, because most like Globebusters, like it starts at 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm like winding down there, and or there's streams that are up like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I can't join that. Or Jaron's thing where he does the calling.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's like crazy timing. So I can't catch this stuff live here. So so yeah, this is a good time for me, man.
All right, sweet, good. You'll be my guy then. I'm gonna start trying to do this after my daytime little stuff on and get on here and chat with y'all. And y'all can really help me hold my feet to the fire when it comes to this, because I'm honestly been trying to get some footage done with this little mini series for, like I said, since the beginning of this year. But there's some major shifts happening in my life where it kind of put it on pause for a bit. But now I'm pretty much back to almost where I was before.
Good man.
Financially, so I want, and mentally. So now I'm ready to reach out to people who are also motivated to do things and put their energies out there and put their signature on this particular awesome project. Because I would really like to put, my stamp on the game. It's like, oh, Flatman X, he's the FE producer. He likes to, or Hibbler. I've talked to Hibbler one time through email. I'd love to work with him. He does a lot of cinematic flat earth documentaries.
Yeah.
And maybe
all you have to really do is just look at Hibbler's work and see how he does that kind of approach. Look at the transition, look at the effects, audio effects, visual effects, that kind of thing. But I don't know anybody out there. I mean, he's doing like an hour or 2 hour, and then he does a follow up, and then a third. But nobody's really doing that short form movie. Like no one's doing that, and that's a real untapped market in my mind. I think it's a brilliant idea, because if you bring out one really good 10-minute movie, and then you follow it up with another, and then another, and I don't know anyone that's doing conscious material like that. People are doing 1 hour or 2 hour documentaries like Hibbler is doing, and many others, but no one's doing that 10 minutes yet. And I think that's a great idea.
Same. I think with that type of format, it could be shared on almost all the major platforms, IG, TikTok, everything. And then it could, and then even on the TikTok ones, I could probably find a way to even shorten that even more, to have them go click on the longer link on YouTube or whatever. And, as we're entertaining people, reintroducing a concept that's been used many times in some of our most favorite movies, from Men in Black to really, I'm gonna have a list on all the flat earth movies right now. The Giver, Under the Dome. There's just so many.
Truman.
Yeah, exactly. The Truman Show. I mean, it's there. It's in the mass mind already, as what people like, the idea of escaping the world that they knew or they thought they knew. And
doing a 10-minute Truman movie, like a 10-minute show that encapsulates these ideas in 10 minutes would be fucking incredible, bro.
Modern Truman is not a bad title, actually.
Ooh,
Modern Truman. I like it. I'm gonna write that down.
Working title.
Yeah, we are working title. Let us know in the comment section. For now or in the future, if you hear this, you can always reach out. I'll go back and I'll check these comments.
The ends of the earth. I mean,
I like the ends of the earth, but Pirates of the Caribbean already kind of used that one.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Ends of the earth is good, though. I like that one.
There's a lot. There's so many different working titles, isn't there? But no, the concept alone is brilliant, man. And something like cinematic, quirky in 10 minutes and a series, man, you get so many people, you get a lot of eyes on that because it's 10 minutes, just because it's 10 minutes.
Exactly. Troubling. I'm glad you're here because you were my main actor that I was putting up for doing this. You're one of my neighbors besides Austin, and I could see you in this role, my friend, to make you famous. You could.
There's nothing left to explore, Troubling.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I could see it. I don't know. I see it in my head. I just got to film it.
That's where it starts, man. That's where it starts. It all starts in your head, man. Like thoughts create reality. Every song I've ever done started with a catchy chorus in my head. Oh, that's a catchy chorus, and then it just materializes after that, you know. And that's where it starts.
All great things start small, right? All big things start small. Small is a thought, an immaterial thought that we bring into the physical world, like everything else. This is the life of an artist that I'm learning. I was never an editor until a few years ago. I've done light things, but not like full time like I am trying to do now.
Well, I hope you make a go of it, man, and I hope you are rewarded spiritually, even financially, dare I say it, you know, for it, and you should be. So, you know, best of luck. I'm going to hop off now. It's been an absolute pleasure, man, and best of luck going forward, bro.
Yes, my friend Alex. Thanks again for coming in here so short notice like this, and maybe I'll see you later this week or something if you see me online.
Yeah, man. Let's see if I see you online. I'm jumping in. I'm jumping in for sure, bro.
All right, good. Hey, when you go, maybe not tonight. I know it's late for you, but maybe tomorrow. Check out some of your dark guitar riffs for me. Send me over something.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want? Just, I mean, do you want like a drum beat? You got to give me like a real brief, like not because if you just say a dark guitar riff, it could be so many things. But do you want it? You got to tell me exactly what you want. Kind of, you've got to kind of say the best thing that you can do is like give me a sound alike. So I want it to sound something like this because I'm very good at copying. I'm quite a mimic. So if you say like something like this, but not as fast or not as slow, but with a darker guitar or something, because I don't know what's going on in your head. If you say dark guitar riff, that can mean a million different things to me in terms of tempo and timing and guitar effects and distortion or not, or you want a clean sound, or you know you want loop, you want reverb, you want. It just means a million things. I don't know what's going on in your head, so you have to give me like I want it kind of like this, but not. Or do you know what I'm saying? You give me an example of what I can kind of copy in a way.
All right. I'll find something for you. To top of my head, like these horror movies come up, but nothing that I don't think you would be familiar with.
Right.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'm gonna think of it with you, so that way you can help me, help you, help me.
Yeah. Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
That's all it is. Energies exchanging back and forth until we find something that works. Fine tune it in.
Yeah. I need to know what's inside your head. I need to know the sounds inside your head. When you can tell me and describe it, it sounds kind of like this. But you know, slightly, you know, then I can understand exactly what you want, and then you'll be happier with the end result if I can really get inside your head.
All right, okay, I'll do that. I'll be reaching out to you then. I'll drop you something on. You're on Telegram, right?
I'm on Telegram. Also Facebook as well is pretty good.
Okay, I'll send it to one of probably Facebook. That's where we usually talk the most.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, peace and love, man.
Yep. Good night, grand evening, and talk to you later.
Right on, bro. See you later.
Oh man, awesome. Another FMX. This has been great, y'all. I've been hanging out doing my thing. I'm still here. If you see the pinned comment, you can go ahead, jump in here. Let me know your thoughts on the movie that I am talking about with everybody, discussing, trying to exchange ideas and make something really happen. I don't have a lot of time, but I want to invest. I want to make some time to make this a reality, to really show off, what I've been doing lately, what I've been learning, and put it into entertainment form and whatnot. And, just kind of plant the seeds for the next generation. The internet's forever. Everything you put something on the internet, it's going to last. So every time that you put a post or you drop a video, even if you don't have that many followers, it's subjugated to somebody finding it later down the road. So for me, as a habitual movie watcher, I want to start, just putting my energy into the aspects of entertainment to reach the people who are having a hard time reaching to, which are these people who's, mad sucked inside their lives, the bills, the the rat race and whatnot, have not feeling like they have a way out. Best way to do that, I think, is to show them another way through getting around their mental barriers through the guides of entertainment, and that's what I want to do. I'm big on TikTok and whatnot. I'm big on more watching them than I am posting lately, but it's there, and I'm on there, and I know there's a market that that can be met there. It's over 1 billion people on that damn app, to the point where even Google's stressed out about them. So we get in front of those minds and those little eyes, and they'll help the next wave of FE truthers to come about. But hey, I saw this movie online, and it just made me think that maybe what we learned in school wasn't exactly it. And just like we did before YouTube started with the whole censoring game, pumping the brakes on us, taking off the numbers on the scoreboard, so we couldn't see how many actual people were looking up these topics, and therefore the creators talking about those topics and their edits and the evidences they have. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna be on Rockfin later doing the DJ thing, really trying to critique my style a little bit more fluid here, so I don't keep getting hit with copyright strikes and community guideline strikes, because it happens to all of us. If you're not towing the line, which we are not doing here. Obviously, this is not your regular standard government issued radio station. We just kind of just talk mad noise and give out the good vibes and whatnot. Almost 2.5 hours. Dr. Law, shout out to Lord Racer, Layla still in here, Andrew B. I see you still hanging out here. Miss Sue Finelli, it's great to see you, mama, for real. You're all awesome people. I got nothing but love and respect for all of you. I've been seeing you on my Facebook chats and videos since I've been releasing them publicly, and y'all always around. Y'all some good people. This community, it's got like water and vinegar in it at times. There's some people that was here and they're not here no more, and kind of like float and separate from the group. But it happens. There's roster changes, and all of my favorite shows I've been listening to over the years, even my boy Jaron and the Glowbusters, had changed up their roster a couple of times. And that's just how energy, it flows in and out. You don't take none of it bad, though. Everything's good. Everything that happens is good, even when it's bad, it feels bad at the time. Gratitude, that's right. Hey, much love, Layla. Gratitude, 5 minutes. Hey, facts. Much love, Tapered Bodies. Good to see you, keeping it nice and pumped. That's what I like to talk about. But yeah, all this started off with this one meme earlier in the show. In case you got in here late, this is what we were talking about. This is what started off, because this thought has been beaming in my head for the better part of the last few months. And I didn't really know what to do with it, other than just kind of let it sit there, marinate, try to figure out how does it apply to me and about myself. Because there's different versions of you. And we forget that. We feel that everybody, the people that, especially the ones closest to us, we assume that they know us just as well as we do, or vice versa. And man, it can be further from the truth. It's a fractalized world we live in on the things that we observe. It's said that when you look at something, what you're looking at is not really what you think it is. You're looking at an expression of your belief of the thing you're looking at. So when you hear information or rumors about a certain topic or person, you only have what your core information or belief system has to go off of. Facts. Or at least it's as factual as you deem it to be. You feel me? Let me see what else. Who else we got over here? Posted an old story on Instagram, story that said exactly that. Hey, it's going around. I know I'm not the first person to bring this up, and I know I won't be the last. It just happened to hit my consciousness right now, where it's been at the front of my mind. Like, yo, what can this all mean? What could this all really mean? And what are our place in it? What can really go from here? Where can we go from here? How do we go from here? And at the moment, it really seems like it's just that inner work going in, so we can see the next layer of without, because we're really these conscious godlike beings. It's been bestowed the blessing of life, and it's all its intricacies and complexness to it, that we would have to go deeper to find those deeper treasures. And that's not probably the best beneficial, to stay stagnant and stay running in circles of the same patterns. It can be good for a while, but you know, after a while, you got to mix it up. You gotta introduce the self-conflictness of yourself, that shadow work. You're troubling. If you're free, man, get on here. Let me tell you. Let me talk to you about this movie that we're gonna make. You're gonna be a part of. Because I'm serious about this. I've been talking about this with my boys for too long, and I really want to start filming and putting it out there. I got the correct gear. I got the right computer to do it now. I got some all right cameras. These are enough to do this job, at least to get the ball rolling. And then we can always upscale the equipment later on. You know. This one won't get me in trouble. Nice. I appreciate you being on the way, Skylar. Anybody else that wants to come in? If you ever, let me slow down. I'm going way too fast. If you haven't had a chance to come up in here, say hello. Just rap with me. Introduce yourself. I've met a lot of awesome faces today that I've known their names for so long. I know what they look like. Now you know what I look like. So, you know, I don't judge. You're all beautiful people to be. So I don't got no ugly followers. I need to tighten up on that wrench. Oh, yeah. I got you, Alex. I need to. Matter of fact, as soon as Skylar gets in here, I can take a little break real quick, and I can show one off. Matter of fact, I think I got a little at least one safe commercial I could play real quick, so I can take a quick little bathroom break. Matter of fact, I think I got one. This one's safe. Shout out to my man David Weiss and the Flat Earth Zodiac Clock Moon app. Y'all already know where that. Y'all already know. I'm sure you already got it, but it's a quick commercial. Use the bathroom. Thanks for being here with me. I want to keep going on this conversation as long as you do. And, you know, click that. Go ahead, link. Holla at me. Be right back.
From FlatEarthDave.com, and you're listening to Flatman X Radio.
Imagine if somebody took the whole Earth and cut out a small circle. Then they took that circle and wrapped it around a sphere and told you that's where you live. Now imagine that our world is a much larger, expansive plain with many world ponds, and they did the same thing with a small section of one pond. They cut it out and wrapped it around the sphere and said, "This is where you live. This is all there is, and you're not allowed to explore some." It's time to break the matrix of the globe Earth mind prison. They are hiding your true potential. They are hiding everything.
Hey everybody, this is David Weiss from FlatEarthDave.com, and you're listening to Flatman X Radio.
All right, and we're back. Thanks for a little commercial break. I got myself a little something to drink so I can drink and stay a little, hydrated. Got to stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking your water and you're eating all your good vegetables and stuff. I want to see all my people healthy. As you've seen in America, we have this little thing called obesity. It's a little bit of a problem. I'm missing all those sexy Americans that used to be back in those 1970s photos back in my grandmother's time. But hey, what are you going to do? You're still beautiful. I just want you to be better and do better. Just know that you can. You can do better. And I expect better from you because I know what your potential is. And I know how those intrusive thoughts can tell you otherwise because I get them too. We're just waiting for my boy Troubling up here. We're going to go over something that we were talking about earlier about, the mental mind, how we perceive ourselves in this realm and our place in it and what we can hopefully try to do to train our brains, to rewire our brains to think better, more positive, more optimistic about our futures and therefore manifesting such a reality. That's what we're about here. Positivity, enlightenment, high vibrations here on FMX radio show. Melodome After Hours. Barely. Afternoon time. Hold on. Yep. Yeah. Just wanted to show y'all a new Etsy store. Everybody's been asking, not everybody, but people have been asking for a while because Velodome, THC, everybody's pretty much got their own shirt. I've never had my own shirt of anything ever. So I wanted to show off some designs I made like a couple weeks ago. Finally got the Etsy store up and running. As soon as I get my first sample in, I'm going to be wearing it and I'll show you myself what they look like. Pretty decent material from what I've gathered so far. But yeah, this is it. So if you want to support me besides being a member or just sending, little tips, getting a shirt representing True Earth wear. That's right. We're just here hanging out, just cruising now. We had some great conversation earlier with some awesome people. Pamela stopped by. Alex stopped by. Renegade stopped by. Everybody stopping by. We're doing our thing. Brianna, I see you in my chat, girl. Don't be shy. If you're not working, get your ass in here. Say hello. Come hang out. Got plenty of room on my screen. Come fill it up. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, we have some really deep conversations with my boys almost every day. I do a route, mixing, one of my many ways I do to make some income so I can support myself and the things that I do. And we be having some deep conversations. And one of the people I have a deep conversation just got here. Say hello to my man, Skylar, Troubling Tribune himself. Welcome. Round of applause, everybody. It's the man. He's in here.
Had to come in here and save you from being so cringe.
Hey, man, somebody has to be cringe nowadays. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Heck yeah. Much love, of course.
So what do you think? I've been telling everybody about, I've been telling you in Austin for a while. I wanted to do this mini series, and I just kind of threw your name up there as a contender for my protagonist because I can't be in front of the camera and behind it at the same time.
It's true. It is one of the greatest dilemmas of being a director, right? But I was definitely hearing the conversation, and I have to say, I like what I'm hearing. That it definitely screams to the Sagittarius in me. It's really fluffing my ego to be chosen for a star role. So, yeah, I think that would be awesome. And it's like there's so much opportunity for entertainment with that particular series. I mean, just the show itself, right? I mean, I mean, if you're doing, I remember the Truman Show, right? And that had things like that just have so much entertainment value as they are. And so when you add in a free-minded script writer behind that, it's no telling what you could do with it.
This is going to be something. I don't know. It's going to be special. I know it is. It's going to be special. I've been just marinating with the ideas, and I got so many that can't be all done at one time. I know it's got to be done in moderation. I want it to be done slowly and correctly, but at the same time, I ain't trying to take 2 years like my man Alex said. I ain't not about that. In my head, it's going to take probably a few weeks. You know, a weekend of getting the footage that I need, and then another week of actually putting it together and any After Effects and blah blah blah. Because I am still learning a lot of this new program software, but I will get it down. I will master it, and we'll have a whole new, hopefully, line or cinema line over here in the FE world. Something outside of documentaries and flat smacking, which are very necessary. I hope they never go away, but I would like us to introduce another sector of our realm, if it was, of talking to the collective.
Right. I was distracted just for a second. Like TT is saggy. I was like, who the hell is saggy? Like, I feel like I keep my stuff pretty tight.
Oh, you mean probably your shirt. You pull your shirt down. That's all. That's probably just your shirt a little bit.
No, Sagittarius.
Oh. See, y'all got weird names for all you astrology people out there. I love it though. It's great. It's fun. Right? Tell me, chat. Does he not have this protagonist boy next door look like somebody who just found out about flat Earth? Matter of fact, how long have you known about FE? How long you been doing this now, TT? Remind everybody who doesn't know.
Oh man, dude, I consider myself one of the oldest FEers that what should have been doing content but wasn't for one reason or another. I heard about it back in like 2014, back from like Matt Powerland himself before Jaron was even a super big channel. A lot of us did actually, you just don't hear about it too much. But then you hear, but a lot of times, like especially lately, I run into a majority of people as he looks sort of like the evil villain, right? Especially when you do the eyebrow thing, right? If you raise that up.
If anybody's being the villain, it's me, damn it. Oh no, I'm not getting the villain role. No.
That's like the sought after role, for people who don't know about the film industry. It's like, nah, we want to be either the villain or the person who has a very dramatic death scene.
Right. The ones that stand out, right? Because you can't ever be the best of anything when it comes to protagonists. It's going to be impossible to outshine Henry Cavill as Superman now. So whoever they have coming after him as the Superman or Witcher is just already failed. And it was like that with pretty much everything, though. You get used to seeing a face in a certain role, and then that's the face for that role. Period. Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man and Skylar Tribune for FE miniseries.
Nice, dude. To be title to be announced.
Title to be announced, and I want to make this a collective project as much as possible. So any other free thinker creatives out there, you don't have to necessarily make content to be that person, but if you just have a good idea or name that we can put and add towards this experience or this project, we'll put your name. We'll give you credits inside the title or the credits anyway. We'll give you credits in the credits, and for hey, this person came up with the idea for the title, or at least suggested a very heavy part of it. Whatever it takes. I need some names and bodies anyways to fill up the credits part at the end, so it looks a little bit more professional and cinematic and blah 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 blah. It's gonna be great.
You just add in a whole bunch of AI names.
AI names, yeah, exactly. Chat GPT, go ahead, give me 50 names I can call you.
I need 50 random names.
50 random, classy names, sexy names. I don't want no BS names.
And then you just copy paste.
There's no Brendas that work on this project, just so you know. That name's already getting going around inside of for our different various chat rooms. It's crazy. That man chick thing is going ahead and putting their mark and stink on everybody's chat room. It's crazy.
I'm still trying to figure out what the deal is exactly, right? Because it's like there's got to be some sort of like payment structure to where they, it really seems like they get paid to waste time. So let's come in and do the same old tired arguments and fervently assert that the globe is true. But yeah, I just think that It's
How
all
much could somebody pay you to go around and troll flat earthers?
I would love to
$10
know.
an hour? $11 an hour? $11.50.
I'm actually looking for, because you used to be able to find the ads for the protests, right? It was like, we need people to protest this Republican thing, and it'll be, sponsored by George Soros or whatever.
Mhm.
And that's all well and good. It's a little harder to find now because there's no, big protests and stuff going on that I can think of. But in any case, I wonder if there was like ads like that where you would go to see the ads. Is like, hey, do you believe in, or do you know that science is true and that the flat earthers are harmful, or that anti-science is harmful to society? Then you need to sign up here. School these anti-science doofuses.
Yeah, they're around. I've seen some Craigslist posts over the times. Now, not necessarily for this particular situation, but still, staged actors, crisis actors on Craigslist. Like they don't, not even hiding it. Like just put it on Craigslist. Look for some broke ass people who don't mind lying to the rest of the morons for money, and you pay them like $400, and then they get on camera or they go online and do whatever they're paid to do, and there you go. Another troll has put a stop to some independent researchers' critical thinking ability, and now has smothered that intellectual flame out of their heads, and now is going right back to work the next day to continue the rat race. Fun times. but those are the things you expect.
I heard this really crazy argument that the Earth might be flat. Goes online for 2 minutes. Oh, the heck was I thinking? All the other planets around. I'm so dumb.
Says it clearly in this NASA cartoon right here, right there.
We clearly know that we're moving because we have mechanics to explain why we can't feel ourselves moving.
Well, I mean, NASA said my toilet bowl flushes a certain way because we're spinning. So I can't. How can I argue that? My shit literally went clockwise. Proof.
Russell Gregory, J-Trig freaked me out. J-Trig was one of the big things that kind of like a reminder for everybody to be doing their own good independent research and not just accept whatever's just told to you online, right? I've actually found at this point, I think I've found 3 AI articles amongst doing the Tribune show, right? So you don't really have a great grasp unless you do another layer of research, right? Just taking things at face value.
Oh, Alex came with another working title: "Breaking the Illusion." I like it. It's like gives me a Breaking Bad's type of feel almost. Breaking the illusion. Just breaking illusions. Breaking illusion. I don't know. Well, they'll sit on it. I'm gonna write all this down. I need to get a secretary to start writing this stuff down for me. Where's my pen? I usually keep one up here somewhere. God damn it. I'm sure I got to break this down.
You're gonna have to go and rewatch the whole entire stream.
The whole entire stream, all of us. Is
if I gotta write something down, I'll just go back and rewatch it.
You can watch the whole thing. The Hidden Truth. Yeah, that was one of the ones ChatGPT came up with yesterday too.
You'll never forget this, Chris. If you do have to rewatch it, it's 209. All right.
Oh, there you go. That's got to be a special number. The Hidden Truth miniseries.
They're all special numbers depending on what set of geometry you're looking at, or gematria.
Yeah, exactly. Most people's gematria they go with their birth date. That's what I do. It's easy.
This means I'm going to be a confident and wealthy king.
Oh, this was a good one. Unfortunately, Arnold Schwarzenegger already took that one. It was a good one back in the 90s. True Lies. Check it out with what's her face? Jean, I can't remember the Oscar-winning chick's name. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, she was in there. Great movie. Good movie. But it's taken, and I don't want to get caught up with known as a anti-American Schwarzenegger. Okay. Ooh, like this one too.
Sense and Idiocy.
I like it, but I'm not going for too much of a comedy. Not that much of one anyway.
If you flip it.
Idiocy and Sense. Idiocy Sense.
Idiocy and Sense.
It doesn't roll off the tongue the way I'm looking for, But good. Thank you. That was a nice one. Still nice.
Next.
Yes, next one. Very good. Very good, Miss Layla. Very good. Very good. Looking. What's this? West gang to the gang. Ooh. That sounds more like a Boys in the Hood type of flat Earth movie. Hey, yo, son, you heard about this flat Earth? That's crazy, man. David Weiss doing his thing. It'd be a shootout right after that. No, it's flat. It's the ball. Gang warfare in New York. The flat Earth discussion. It's probably a spinoff there too somewhere. It's probably like a in between storyline.
An emerging gang, the Flats.
The flats versus the rounds.
Oh God,
Blouses.
That's the director's cut of, or that's in the special scenes of the Chappelle Show.
The special scenes of the globy bloopers. Would you like some syrup with your balls? Globy.
Disgusting.
It is. It's okay. The truth is disgusting sometimes, but it's all right. We push on. We persevere. She likes the true lies. Sounds pretty accurate. It is. Maybe, I mean, we could steal it. I mean, we could just take it. We just say, hey, now we're true lies. And we could use that energy from back in the 90s when it dropped and kind of carry it forward. The new true lies, the truer lies. So we don't have a lot of subways here in Florida. We don't have any, as far as I know. So we're gonna get together. What are you doing this weekend? You have plans this weekend?
What is this weekend?
It's Saturday and Sunday.
I am doing something on Saturday, I believe, with David Weiss. Chance to shamelessly plug. We're gonna be smacking around.
Listen, one show. That man's getting plugged already.
Having
once an hour. He is paying me once an hour to plug his show every time I go live. So.
That's amazing. I need to sign that contract. All right. I go live all the time. Anyway, we're smacking around Joel, the one, the only space lover Joel. He wanted a round 2, and we decided that it would be good to give him one. So catch us on Saturday for that. I'll be making the thumbnails soon enough. You guys stay tuned. I appreciate
it. Almost reads like neutral lies. like medium lies. Like, you're not so bad. Not bad, though. I appreciate it. The truth or nothing. Oh, Russell got a good one. Truth or nothing. Not bad. I like it. It's got a horror type of spiel to it because Truth or Dare came out a few years ago, and there's the Smile movies. I'm a big horror fan. I love the way that James Wong and them does all their different movies and trilogies of
Truth or Snare?
Or Snare. Was it a drum line?
No, like a snare. Like
yeah, I got you. But all of a sudden, drums come up first before, like snarling. I don't know.
Because you're a musician.
Yeah, I guess parts of me. James Wan. Yeah, I said that wrong. Sorry about that. I'm very horrible with my speech impediments sometimes. You'll catch that a lot here on FMX when I just speak so fast. I just blurt out crap before my brain actually finishes a coherent sentence. Trying to slow down. Slowing myself down. Who else we got? What else we got in here? Oh, I thought it was another name for the movie, but it's a mini series. I would like to introduce it on all the all the platforms that we inhabit simultaneously. That way, everybody gets exposed to I have 5 or 10 minutes, very short. So we can hook up this weekend, Saturday. Because you're not doing that Saturday. You Dave Sunday, FMX Saturday, and we meet somewhere in the middle. Probably downtown Tampa. I need the overlook of the skyline and the bay, because obviously we're going to be based out of Florida. This movie starting in Florida. Deal with it, and it makes sense. You would, of course, Florida flat earthers would find out first. We have the most water to go off of and measure.
It's so flat too. That's another thing.
Freaking flat. Have we said that enough yet? I don't know if it's reached across, but in my head, kind of going to give you all a synopsis. Use your imagination if you can. It's a midday. Troubling or protagonist A. You. I don't know what the name is going to be in the movie. What can we call you? What's your name? Go. We need a name for a protagonist, people.
We can use Truman for a placeholder for now.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Truman. I like it. So Truman, our new Truman, it's a new Truman miniseries that we're making. Starts in the middle of downtown Tampa. The camera pans down as you're eating lunch, maybe reading a newspaper. Newspapers. No newspaper. You're watching on your phone. and you're
The heck
just
I will.
scrolling, doing your thing. Sometimes you look like a newspaper guy sometimes. And it pans down and you're on your phone and you're doing your thing and you're just scrolling. And it's when you first get introduced, let's say a David Weiss video pops up. Am I missing something?
The uncurvables.
The I like it. See, but that's for a Western though. That's the Western flat Earth movie right there, the Uncurvables. And then people are definitely gonna have a shot. We don't have that type of budget just yet. Oh shit. Oh, excuse me. I don't like cussing. I take that back. But shout out to Russell for the $20 super chat. It really does. Everything helps. Everything that comes in through any of my social means will be going to the project. Everything I gained this year went to this computer, which I'm using now, and everything I get going forward will also go to my projects and efforts to. Oh, Steve's in North Tampa. Oh, there we go. I see another North Tampian in here. Hopefully this will help something support what you love or disappear. That's right. Shout out to Russell in that $20 tip, bro. You're the man. Yeah, you're inspiring. May your children's children be blessed with thousands of years of the greatness and only the blessed things upon your houses. I don't know why I do that. That's just the thing I started, TT.
20,000 years.
For her, Rick.
1,000 years for every dollar.
Yes, yeah, 1,000 millennial years for you. Steve, shout out, another homie in Tampa. Maybe you can be there with us. Want to just remind everybody, this is a collective project that I am trying to initiate here. And these ideas I'm sharing is not just for me, but it's in the hope that other people who are wanting to get out of their house and do something cool and different with their lives, put something on the internet with a group of creators like us, and just put our stank all over the internet with our style of acting and editing and the music, and it'd be our baby. It could be our thing. So the more people involved, the better that this will turn out to be. 100% for sure. That is the way it's going to go down. Now I can't keep up with all these awesome comments. We got Twisted Reality.
Spiraling was my favorite.
I saw that one too. Oh, Spiraling is a good one. Spiraling. Ooh, I do.
It's like the idea of this guy discovering it,
right?
Go through these little 2-minute bits. We can actually, if done correctly, right? If done properly, I won't say correct because that's subjective.
These could all be episode names too. Just want to throw that out.
100%. We can literally walk people down the path of being a flat earther. Like this is what it was like for us.
Correct.
Discovering these different truths, being called crazy, all the things that come with it in the different stages. That's why I said there's so much opportunity with this. And then if people watch it even for the entertainment value, it can definitely leave some clues.
There's kids out here that want to be Spider-Man as soon as they leave the movie theater. And there's people out there who want to be wrestlers after watching a couple episodes. So if there's a small chance that this fun project that we could do together could help some lost soul who's just looking for the next Spider-Man movie run into something like this, just weird. You remember when you were growing up and you were watching cartoons, obviously, when we were younger, and do you remember the part in your life all of a sudden you were into watching non-cartoony things? All of a sudden you're watching adult shows. You remember when that clicked in for you?
I mean, not the exact year, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't remember my exact year neither, but there's like a conscious point in each individual's timeline. All of a sudden you go to just playing with your toys, just doing your little your kid thing, your daily things. All of a sudden you take notice the crap you weren't noticing before. And
I still watch cartoons. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, cartoons are awesome, and of course why wouldn't you? But still, it's a fractal reality. This is happening to all of us at different time periods and of our life, and regardless that even though not every person can pick it up when it happens, it does happen. And I would find it a bit amusing if I could create anything, any type of content, let alone a mini series that some other souls who's never even heard of this community gravitates towards, and all of a sudden it inspires them, or at the very least plants a little seed of suggestion that, wow, that's very similar to I have friends or stories I've heard, or what if, just planting that what if in there and allowing it to kind of just roll out and do its thing. Yeah, I seen more coming through. Never, I'll go definitely fact. Yeah, facts. All facts, yo. You people are awesome. Literally, it's great ideas. Y'all better than Chat GPT. Y'all, there's as many ideas you're coming out with.
What
For
are
me,
you,
go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was going to change the subject. You say what you were saying.
No, I was just giving gratitude to all the great ideas coming in. I mean, this is just as good as Chat GPT, if not even better.
That's important. It's important to do. I was just going to say, oh dang, hopefully I don't forget it. I'm losing it. I thought I'd be generous, and now it's costing me the idea.
All the time. You're spiraling, bro. You're spiraling. You're already getting into character. It's great.
Method acting is really important. I'm going to be spending the next several weeks getting into character, getting into the mode.
See this
We
kind
can't
of
even begin. We can't even begin to film until next month.
No, I guess we can't.
Right.
Well, that's the awesome part.
I'm gonna need a trailer.
A trailer?
And the
Oh, the name on it? Oh, no problem. We'll get you a tree stump.
I need a star on the sidewalk and also a butler.
Now you already turned into Hollywood, huh? Already doing Hollywood. I want the satanic star and then a slave butler. I'm like, Jesus, I haven't even got a paycheck yet. No,
well,
it's
you got
good.
to pay to play.
Yeah, exactly. No, but actually, in my head, you're a silent protagonist. You're kind of you're not emotionless. You definitely, you're already very easy, good at making facial expressions anyway. And so a lot of it, you would be learning things in your day-to-day life. Again, right when you're starting, you're learning it basically from your everyday scrolling, where you run into Dearth or Glowbusters, whoever. Maybe awesome. Maybe just throw Melodome in there. You learn it from him. Whatever.
We like you, TT. We love you for the role. We just don't want to hear your voice at all.
Yeah, you get it. You got nothing personal. We just hate you.
Not you, your voice.
Yeah, that's you. Your voice is different. I'm going to speak for you. You just.
No, not even. I'm just playing around, of course. I totally get the idea behind what it is that you're going for. And
Yeah,
it's like there's going to be some narration as the character's like going through some stuff, I imagine.
Yeah, narration, background information, side characters, side dialogue, off-screen dialogue, off-screen audio, just things that you learn to adjust by, to kind of potentially allow any would-be viewers to easily put themselves in your situation, or be that person in the film that's having that experience. And so that way the people who's already had it, like us, kind of correlates it to with, oh yeah, I remember going through that. Oh yeah, I remember I learned to do something like that as well. And then new people would come in and be like, oh shit, and everything. You just kind of let them go along with the role naturally and just kind of let it roll into whatever. The tricky thing is going to be where to end it off. On at that 8-10 minute mark, where's that good cliffhanger, and what type of cliffhanger is going to be, what's going to make people come back and want to learn more, and what can we, dare I say, subliminally apply inside these stories, so we're getting a certain message across without using any type of forceful tactics or belittling tactics, anything that most that we usually fall back on when we're talking with normies whatnot. We want to cast a wide net here, in other words, as wide as net as possible, and almost behind a curvish type of energy where people feel safe. I want everybody to feel safe and entertained more than educated and aha, ooh, wow, and that's great. Those feelings of that aha and eureka moments are fantastic and they feel great. I wish everybody could feel it at the same time, but that's not how it works. And we don't want to, push people away like, oh, it's just a flat earth movie. They're just trying to trick us into there or that. I don't want it to be an obvious thing like that neither. It's got to be, genuine almost. Got to make sure everybody's awake.
As hell.
Yeah, but Saturday we get this started, and then I won't seem like a liar to everybody in the future because I've been saying I'm going to do this for so long, and you stay in the block. We get together, we just go eat some brunch or something, get it going. You wear just like a regular shirt. You don't even got to be all dressed up, but you can just however the hell you want. But just make sure that whatever in the next scene you got to be wearing. If it goes over like that, you just remember what she was wearing. You know.
They only wear purple and green button ups.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know, be a clown, sure. You know, a big red nose too.
No, I just want a big question mark. Maybe a checker pattern.
Oh, I like this one. The Prince of Adam says, "Where are they?" Is that supposed to be a movie title? Because it's not a bad movie title. Where are they? I thought about something that Where Am I? A series, another series, which is kind of along the same guides of like Where are they? Who am I? Where am I going? Kind of like different series of stuff that tackles all these ginormous questions and all of its various ways you can go with them.
Doris open.
The open. The truth behind the curve. Yeah, tapered bodies. Yeah. That's low bearing fruit, that one. But I can see how people would be like, oh yeah, look at that. You know, but then that seems more documentary almost. Like we would almost have to rebuttal the things from behind the curve with that title, which isn't a bad thing to do. I would like for Jaron or somebody to take that up and run with it.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, the truth of behind the curve. That sounds like the unedited version of Behind the Curve. If they would have released the things that they actually recorded those that weekend, like the ball that they never released the experiment when they had put a giant beach ball or some type of balloon with helium in it. So they were going to put it up in the air 9 miles away. And before they even started sending it up, Mark and everybody saw them clearly through their cameras from 9 miles away. So needless to say, that one never made it to the final cut. Obviously.
Yeah, but that's impossible. With this curve.
Yeah. What are you going to do? But that would have been a nice one for exposing that. I would call it Truth Behind the Curve. I would save that one for the day that Jaron or somebody wants to come on me like, yeah, this is what happened. Here's the footage. But I guess they have them under contract. They're not allowed to share what actually happened, you know, behind the cameras and whatnot.
I would like to get the clip of that where, because I know they filmed that part where they were hearing on the phone call and stuff. So I would love to get that clip and just like replay it. These things need to be clipped out to the 15-second to what is it, 60 seconds now, and that way it's super consumable and people can get stuff like that. It's like, wait a second, why haven't I seen that experiment? Oh, it's because it would prove the people I think are dumb or right.
Yeah, exactly. Layla says even Earth. It isn't even Earth. That sounds like a TV show like Even Stevens. Even Earth. There you go. It's simple. Double E. I like double E's. Everybody says, I have in my head a scary story about someone that just venturing out into the curve/horizon and find more than they bargained for. That is pretty much the premise of the show and everything. It's kind of I wanted a more of a mystery type of feel to it, like a Outer Worlds type of almost feel to it. You know, just episode 1, you know, is the realization, is the introduction of our protagonist, where they're at in life. They're stressed out. They're just an everyday Joe, just shit happening around them. And all of a sudden, you know, I don't know if we should make something happen or is it just be like a conscious awakening. It was just the protagonist's turn to learn more information, whether we want to call them truth or not. It's just learning more information than what they thought they already knew about our realm. And then they go from there, they go home, they brush their teeth. They're still hearing about these things on the passing, on the radio, being made fun of by the radio DJs and Neil deGrasse Graysons and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you know, he's still finding the protagonists would, like us, our experience, start finding other means of source of information, alternative means via online, InfoWars and don'tstopthink.com and whatnot. And then just do stuff that we know about already, putting it into this movie and just allowing it to be part of our already known reality, but putting our own little, spin on it, because the news ain't going to do it. Nobody's probably going to do it. And I want to just make documentaries all the time. Let's make something fun, something exciting, some mystery in it. I don't know. Who are we going to get to play the Men in Black? That is some of my headcanons antagonists, as it were. Obviously, somebody's tall and slender would be nice. I don't have any of those guys, friends down here. Bunch of short Floridians down here. the heat doesn't let us grow over.
Just find a clip of people playing Men in Black characters.
No. It has to, I need to. I thought about that, and I would have to. It'd be more work than it's worth than to have somebody just come out in a all black suit, black tie, white shirt.
It would be tremendous amount of work.
Right. Daryl Marble. Yeah, I mean, he would. I don't know if he would drive all the way to Florida where he's at. I know he's got his mobile work van that he travels in and flat smack people all the time. Who's tall? No, it would be great. I know I won't be able to get him. The tall Christian guy who does all the. He's done a couple of documentaries. He was in the. God damn it! I'm friends with him online. I'm so. I see his face. I can't think of his name. I feel like an ass.
His name is channel.
He's a Christian flat earther, real tall, skinny dude. Slim face. Oh, man, damn it. I can't.
They're all Christian, man. What are you?
I know, but he's a tall, skinny. Robbie Davidson. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. God, I feel like an ass. He's such a good guy. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. I know he's doing his own thing, but he would be a great slender Men in Black guy. Somebody with his type of Matt Long too, though. Matt Long is he's a tall, slender dude. Both of them, I don't think, are in the positions to kind of travel outside of their area code for simple 45-minute footage. But still, I'll find somebody. I'm putting it out there. They'll find their way over to me. I used to be a part of this that's not an acting guild. They're more of a ninja guild. I used to be part of this parkour group here in Tampa, and half of those guys who I tried to do Ninja Warrior with are actually professional actors, or at least in their own right. They've done accredited work in commercials and stuff, and maybe I could reach out to them. Maybe they'll have somebody local that wouldn't mind coming to put on a all black suit in the Florida heat and follow you around so I can get some footage and whatnot. Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Really, it would be mostly about just finding information, getting footage of you sitting down at some park bench just doing your thing. You're whatever the true man of this story, and we would be following you in your adventure on learning the revelations being unveiled to you over the course of the mini series. But it's a big slapping on episode 1, of course, maybe even watching people get belittled or carried away from Men in Black in the background while you're walking or so, that these things already going on, and you would basically be starting the new cycle of the awakened, what we talked about earlier, of the hero's journey. We would be following your hero's journey, but it might not ultimately end up where we would all hope it to be, which would be, learning the ultimate truth and watching the ice wall raise above you and whatnot. It could be in with you being hauled away, and
now you're bagged by the CIA, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're bagged by the CIA, and then they take you. That I mean, we could take this story anywhere. It'd be good. They could wipe your mind like Men in Black, and then we start over again the next day, like Groundhog's Day.
Have you seen the music video for Thomas Dolby's "She Blinded Me with Science"?
Ain't that an old song?
It is.
Yeah. I think she blinded me with science.
She blinded me with science.
Yeah.
The next part is the planets are in motion. And he's talking about the solar system and stuff. He's sitting on a couch in a psychiatrist's office, and because he's crazy, right? And so he starts off like not going with it, and then after this long therapy session in this video, he comes out now agreeing with it, and then they let him out into society because now he's saying that the planets are in motion and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I like it. Layla says simplified sphere. Kind of like it. Not bad. It sounds like all sciencey. A simplified sphere. The fear of the simplified sphere is flat. It's flat, and you know it.
Serpent in the sphere.
And we have truth vacuum.
Sometimes my titles are good. Sometimes they're really dumb.
Yeah, they don't always hit. It's okay, though. Not every time it's going to punch like Say a Man, It's all good. Eternal Horizon. I like that one too. That one's not bad. Eternal. That one you can really conjure the essence of the gods with that name. I like it. Eternal horizon. The gods have built the horizon to never be reached. It is always out of reach in the eternal horizon. I like it. I like it. I have to use one of these accent for some of these movies. It would be pretty fun. I'm not the best at voices. I could do a little inklings of some.
I was just thinking when thinking about the type of video that it was going to be, and knowing that you're going to be narrating it, I'm like, man, people are going to like imagine that as my voice. That's amazing. It's like, no, I couldn't wish for anything more.
There we go. There we go. All,
Tiger.
rising tides float all ships, as long as you don't have holes in them. And none of our ships have holes. They are indestructible ships made out of godly lock materials. Can never be sunk.
It's,
Only up
it's
and up.
evolving accent.
Evolving accents. Little bit of everything. Little bit of pirates. Hey,
All right, dude. I actually got to hop off here. But
it's all good. Yeah, we've been keeping this conversation almost alive for almost 3 hours. This is my first time doing a whole stream, just talking and getting to know y'all. And I'm gonna go put some of this to work myself. Thanks everybody for being a part of this. Thanks Troubling for coming in and BSing with me for a while.
for sure.
Yeah, man, this has been great. And I might hop over on Rockfin a little bit later and Twitch and whatnot, stream over there, just do a little bit of music. And I got to get that out of me. I got to play some music. That way I can just dance. I got to burn out some of this energy. And maybe I keep the conversation going over there for the people who come in late and are still working. And they can give me some new ideas on the Rockfin side for the Rockfin people and Twitch people and blah, 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 blah. It'll be fun. I'm going to get this started, though, sooner the better than later. The faster we can get together. I'm for real. Saturday.
Quick question before we hop off, because you did the Who Got Bars video, the stream the other night. Who had the bars?
Well, as it turns out, nobody had the bars this time, but it's okay. That was part of the possible expectations, especially, doing it kind of dry like that. And as you will be able to see, it's already not on YouTube because I messed up and I did what I said I wasn't going to do, which was ultimately DJing towards the end. I never turned off the YouTube stream. So there you go. I did that to myself. But it is still over on the Rockfin, of course, for free. I don't keep most of my FMXs are non-paywall. So you just go over there, you drive in, you want to hear some music and us BSing and whatnot. Hey, check us out. Just hanging out. I'm just probably mostly just going to be music, not too much talking tonight. I just want to get the music out there and to dance a little bit and pick up these vibrations and whatnot. But yeah, I'm glad everybody likes this idea for the movie and, encouraging my man Skylar to meet up with me this weekend and get some first footage down, or at least some test footage down so I can get a idea. This is not, as cinematic as I want to make it. It doesn't have, I don't need it to be a freaking Marvel movie, as awesome as that would be. It doesn't need to be a Marvel movie. It could be found footage, almost, B grade real type of grade over it.
I hate to interrupt you, man, but that's crazy talk. We could totally make this with the budget of a Marvel movie. It's just up to you, the audience, right? So make sure you smash that Cash App, FMX radio. That way we can go ahead and get a nice, robust budget to bring you guys the production that you deserve.
Yeah, that right. Money does do funny things when you get money involved. Things upscale and upgrade, and next thing you know, the product side of coming out way better than you would ever imagine. So yeah, your tips go a long way in this part of the community for sure, and you always see the outcome of where that money's going too. Because I ain't trying to go nowhere other than up. Right to the heavens, to the sky. But thanks again, Troubling, for being here. I know you gotta go take care of the kiddos. Send my love to the family. I'll be in contact with you later today or tomorrow or whenever.
Sounds like a plan, my friend. Much love, chat. Thanks for kicking it with us. Peace out.
Facts. Thanks again, y'all. I need to go get something eating. I literally skipped lunch to come over here. I was rushing. Austin was like, yo, you need to come on here, talk to these people. These people want to hear from you. You've been BSing for too long. Go ahead, get on there. Tell them your thoughts. Tell them your plans. Tell them your motivations and all the things that you like to do and the stuff that you hope to do. And I want to make you a part of my family too. You can be part of our whole growing shindig we got going on here. And of course, we have our Melodome show coming up again this Sunday. Troubling's always doing his thing almost nightly on the TikToks and everywhere that you are, and That's where we're at. We keep it easy. We keep it simple. I'm even on the IG, Flatman X, pretty much everywhere. Chris Vick, no H, if you want to look for me under that. And True Earth University on Facebook, where I upload all my crazy ass edits from the darkness to the lightness and everything in between. Hey, that's what we do. Keep it nice and fun here. But yeah, for real, I'm gonna go get something to eat, go rest up. I would like to do this again. Let me know if you wanna hang out again. Tomorrow or something. Maybe I can start making more of a commitment to you guys, because I know I haven't been the best at that. I haven't been at the best at that. I admit. It's not you, it's me. And I'm fixing me. I'm fixing me right now for you, so you can help me fix me for you, and vice versa. And I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Check me on the Rockfin later, maybe like around 8 o'clock or so. I'm gonna DJ for like an hour when I get back to my house and not clean up. Maybe set up the back room a little bit. And yeah, but keep all this in your mind. Not just the movie thing, but what we talked about earlier. If y'all missed the beginning of the show, we were literally just talking about this is what been on my mind a lot this year. It's the different versions that exist in the people's minds around you, and even for yourself. If you really analyze what I'm saying, you don't think of yourself the same way as you did before. And I bet that's changed multiple times in your life, however long that is. That's just how it works here. Information is energy, and everything's energy. So of course, you being energy probably even thinks of yourself a bit differently than you did, 5 years ago, a year ago, hell, maybe even last week. I know I do. For the better, for the growth of my own existence, and hopefully for the best in your own existence too. We can trade information and knowledge, and and grow and stimulate each other's brains together. Really doing it. But yeah, this is where I'm at. And we'll bring this back up later. This is not going to be a one-time discussion. It's way too much to get out, and even an afternoon here. It's way too much, and more questions will come up when we go to sleep at night. It's kind of hitting that reset button. Your brain, when you go to sleep at night, everything just kind of mellows out, and it sinks in. And then the next day, you can kind of pull it back up easier than when it got there the day before. That's that change I'm talking about. It seems small, but it's got really big ramifications from this. It's got really big meaning, deep meaning. And even if that meaning is only what you give it, well, what else matters? I don't know, but we'll talk about that later. Thanks again, y'all. I know I'm gabbing my ass and got me going now. Look at me. I can't shut the fuck up. Hey, I'll be back, though. I'll be back later. Love y'all.
Shout out to Flatman X from FMX Radio. Hey, Karen, being the current queen of Flat Earth, it must be hard to find Flat Earth friends. Do you know an easy way to find cool people like yourself and solid info about our stationary horizontal level plane?
Why, yes, that would be the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
100,000 active users. Don't forget to fill out your profile so others can know your interests and network better with you. Share the app everywhere with your custom referral code. Easily organize meetups by messaging all the blue dots within your selected radius. Turn on notifications so you can be alerted every time a new Flat Earther joins the app. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, connecting people all across the planet.
Shout out to Flatman X Radio.